In today's episode, the dogs discuss the Luka trade, discuss if there's a conspiracy that helps the Chiefs in the NFL, and if Patrick Mahomes is a dirty player. And we finish the show with our top 10 sports teams. I thought this would be an easy top 5, pretty straightforward, but Colin and Matt had other ideas. All that and more tonight on the Lazy Dog Cast. Welcome, everybody, to episode 1 of the Lazy Dog Cast.
Lazy Dog.
I'm Dave here with Matt and Colin, and we got a great show lined up for you tonight. Boys, how we doing?
Doing great, man.
Yeah.
Excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. Episode 1.
Yeah, I was running a little late tonight because I'm on the sourdough kick. Dude, guys, don't let your women do everything in the kitchen.
Okay.
I've used like 4 pounds of flour trying to start this sourdough, but I think we got it whipped. I'll let you know, TBD.
Isn't it alive?
Yeah.
Right?
It's like a living organism.
Yeah. Like
you have to have a starter. You have to feed it.
You have to feed it.
Put it in the fridge. That's why I just kill the shit out of it all the time.
It literally died.
Literally died.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm asking my sister, I'm like, what do I do? She's like, feed it this, feed it that. And it's like, I just wasted 8 more cups of flour.
Yeah.
So she's like, here, you just have this.
So do you have the apron and everything on
Yeah,
while you're doing
dude.
this?
Yeah. Cheeks out, dude.
Yeah? You have one of the
Teresa
funny
loves
aprons,
it,
like with
dude.
the bikini top, or?
No, it's strictly professional in my kitchen, dude.
Yeah.
That's I gotta get you something better for your birthday.
Yeah,
dude.
go ahead. Go ahead.
He takes it real serious.
I would have come over and like that one shirt you got with the chest hairs and the
Yeah.
yeah,
The
maybe
ugly
something
sweater.
like that.
Yeah. All right.
That's
well,
crazy. That's crazy.
An apron is a must though, dude. If you're dealing with flour and stuff.
I wear an apron for everything in the kitchen.
Yeah,
I damn near should wear an apron when I eat, dude.
I love
Yeah.
you breaking down cultural barriers at your home, man. I appreciate that.
He's a progressive guy.
That's right,
That's
dude.
the thing I know about Colin is progress.
That's right, dude.
Yeah.
Progress.
Progress, dude.
Progress.
It's happening right next door to me, man.
That's
one
right,
thing.
dude.
That's one thing I know.
I respect that. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Okay. So, what else going on?
What's on the slate for tonight, dude?
Dude, we got some stuff going on. We're trying, this is episode 1. Episode 0 we did. We'll probably never see the light of day.
Trash it, dude.
It will never come out, but episode 0,
Embarrassing.
it does exist.
Yeah.
Ashley saw
So,
it.
that's
Matt's
true.
wife saw it.
The wife. Yeah.
I did not tell my wife about it.
Yeah.
We'll put that one to paid subscribers.
That's
We'll
true.
give
You
them
have
a
to-
Put
dose.
it behind a
The
paywall.
Patreon. Get to see that one.
Can I tell you guys real quick? My adventure at Douglas Key here in town.
100%.
What is Douglas
I gotta
Key?
tell you about
What
this
is
place, man.
Douglas Key?
It was incredible. It was like I stepped back in time walking into this place. So I need to get a mailbox key and go to all the little fancy kiosk things at Lowe's,
Yeah.
Home Depot. I went to 3 places. They couldn't make this key. So I'm calling around town. I'm like, dude, who can make this key for me? So I was like, Douglas Key. I'm like, that's got to be an old timey place, right? So
Did you find it in the yellow pages?
No, no, that would have been even better though. But yes, I call this dude up and he's like, what do you need? And I'm like, dude, I need, his etiquette not great, and I'm like, I need a mailbox key, dude. And he's like, yeah, is that a 1416.9 or a 1417.8? And I'm like, I don't know, man. It opens my mailbox. I don't know. And he's like, all right, well, he's like, yeah, if I can't make it, it can't be made. And I was like, all right, I'm sold on
That's
that.
my
Dude.
guy.
I'm like, I am headed
Yeah.
your way, dude.
Yeah.
So I show up and it's this place connected to a shopping center, a real small shopping center. I pull, you pull in, you have no room to go around or do anything. It's you pull in off the street and you're backing up back into the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. So walk into this place and it's probably the size of Dave's kitchen. Right here. And there's boxes and stuff piled high. There's 4 people waiting in line or whatever. We're confined to
Oh, so he's busy.
yeah, we're confined to an area like this because we have nowhere to move because there's stuff stacked. Dude, there's a cat in the window. There's down the hallway, there's boxes, it's like a hoarder bill, right?
Yeah.
There's keys hanging up all over the place. This dude can't even get to his phone and his phone's ringing off the hook. He's by himself, just fulfilling orders, man, left and right. So he gets to my turn and he's asking, he's like, oh yeah, let me see that thing. And he's like, yeah, I think I got a 1914-17 in the back. And, hold on. And I'm looking in the back, I'm like, he's never gonna find this dude. What is he talking about? He goes and like picks up like 4 boxes, and he's like, oh yeah, I got these back in 2017. Yep, good. Yeah, I got 20 of them. How many you need? And I'm like, I'll take 2, dude. So he goes over to the machine. He's hitting it. He's taking phone calls while he's doing it. Like he told me as he's doing this, he's like, yeah, we've been here 43 years, and I'm like, dude, some of these boxes and stuff have probably been sitting there for 43 years.
Yeah,
yeah. It was incredible. And he's telling me, he's like saying jokes and stuff the whole time. He's like, oh, this phone doesn't work and debit card machine doesn't. He's like, good thing I'm working in here, right? Otherwise we wouldn't be able to afford anything, right?
Dude, see that's the dude. Like if you need a key, you know where you're going now forever.
Every time I'm going there, yeah. And it was like $9.20 to get 2 keys done.
That's way better than going to Lowe's and asking like the high schooler.
Yeah,
like yo, I need this key, and they're like, I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, it was incredible, dude. But it was just like I walk in that place and I'm thinking like my first thought is like, dude, when this guy passes, like his kids are gonna take 3 months to cut the.
He only accepted checks.
That was the part I was worried about because I'm like, dude, if this guy only takes like cash or something,
100%. You know what's crazy about the key? I think about the key is like thousands of years old.
Yeah,
and it's barely changed. Like the technology of a key is like the same as it's been. Like there's like for thousands of years.
Yeah,
it's not any more advanced. It's literally just it's the exact same tumblers in the locks that hit the key when you turn it, and it's like
I'm thinking
they figured it out a long time ago.
I'm thinking all those thoughts when I'm in there.
1,000 years? Do you think?
I looked it up.
A key? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It was like I would look at it again. I can't remember exactly when it was, but it was thousands of years. Yeah, like Egyptians had keys.
Yeah,
and locks and stuff.
Yeah.
What did they have keys to?
Dude, like prison cells.
I don't know. Yeah,
no, it's just like stonework back then, dude.
No, now I gotta look it up now.
Yeah,
I gotta look it up.
It was all like masonry, dude. Like you gotta press this like on National Treasure, bro. That was their key. It just everything was a riddle.
You just push a stone.
Yeah.
You ever think of those when you're watching those movies?
You pull the thing on the Indiana Jones. You pull the torch.
Yeah.
Hey, this says, according to AI Overview in Google, the first keys were used around 6,000 years ago in ancient Egypt, Assyria, and Babylon.
What's it look like, bro? Pull it up, Jamie.
Like a key.
Yeah.
There's no way. I'm calling bullshit.
Hey, I don't know. Let's see.
Have you guys seen we've been rewatching the Flintstones movie? From our childhood?
Yeah, I heard there's some problems in that.
There is. It's kind of wild that we watched it but I think it's hilarious how they basically they have all the modern technology, but they just oh wow. Stone keys?
If I remember, I'll put it on the screen, but I mean, these keys, it's obviously the talent changed a little bit, but what I'm saying is the idea was pretty consistent, man.
That thought was actually going through my head
wild
when I was in there because I'm like, dang, this dude says he's been here 43 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, at what point is this business model obsolete, right?
Yeah.
But as I'm in there, I was
gonna say, I wonder when was Booms.
Yeah.
When is this the boom?
I don't know.
Everyone's sick of the green-haired teenager at Lowe's.
There was
just roll to Frank.
Dude, his business is repeat customers. You know what I mean?
Also, why did you need a mailbox? What happened to your keys?
Because one of them broke, so we only had one.
Okay.
That's it.
I thought there was going to be something else behind it. All right.
I wish I had a better story for you, man. Yeah. I was walking outside and then I tripped and it went down the grate and then I had to go down.
That stuff fascinates me because another thing is on the same line, like a piano. So a grand piano, right? Hundreds of years.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no electronics in a piano. It is all mechanical.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all levers and switches and counterweights and things like that. And that it's just ingenious to me. It's just fascinating that these people had the ingenuity to create these things again with no electricity. This is all just physics, and it can make this amazing instrument that can make that we still use today. Again, technology has gotten better and advanced, but this basic mechanics have not changed in hundreds of years.
Well, I also think the ability to replicate that too, right? Hey, I made this one of a kind, or not one of a kind, but I made this piece of art and ingenuity, but I'm going to make 400 of them.
Yeah.
And this is before I have digital drawings and CAD and all these things to.
I think it's cool. It doesn't fascinate.
Oh, really?
I'll be honest. I'm just no, that's sick. They knew how to do that.
Yeah.
But next.
Oh, yeah, no, I think it's great.
I don't think too much about it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Like the whole Roman Empire thing, like when that was a fad, like ask your husband, like, like how often he's in the Roman Empire. Teresa asked me, and I was like,
I love those.
I was like, never. Like, what?
I mean, not specifically that, but I get the idea of the question, and I definitely think of things like that.
Yeah,
like, again, not exactly the Roman Empire, but like me thinking of the origin of the piano is, I would say, in the same vein.
You want to know what I think about a lot?
I do,
dude. When I'm like, I drive a lot, right, for work.
Sure.
Windshield time.
Yeah.
I formulate pump-up speeches. Pre-game football pump-up speeches.
Okay.
It's a good time
or
to
like
do it.
post-games, post-practice speeches. Because like I'm coaching freshman football.
Yeah.
This upcoming season.
Uh-huh.
Like, all right. So like it used to only be like fourth graders. Like, how can I scale this to like a fourth grade understanding of this is why you got to do this?
Okay.
Now I'm like, what can a freshman understand? How can I translate football to life to football? I'll be like listening to a podcast and not know what they said for 2 hours.
So are you actually like practicing this speech?
No.
So you're thinking about it and then you're running through the...
No, I just think about it.
Do you write it down? Do you forget?
If I get a good one, I'll write it down.
Okay.
But for the most time, I feel like yeah, that's a banger. I'll use that one day.
I was like, you're pretty good at it.
I like that. I appreciate that. My football coach, I played football for 2 years. And my football coach did not, obviously, did not think of it. He'd be like, all right, boys, we're going to go out there and put the dicks in the dirt. and then he's really proud of himself for that one. So he said it again. Come on, get the dicks in the dirt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After the dicks, I was like, all right, coach,
like,
we got it.
Our coach would just say like 400 times.
Dirty dick football coach, we got it.
We got it, yep.
Yeah, our basketball coach is, take care of the dadgum ball. And one time he wrote it on the board. I'm like, oh, that's how you spell dadgum. Exactly.
Dadgum. Dude, I replaced like trying to like not cuss as much, which I still cuss quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, those who know me from a while ago, I used to cuss all the time. Dadgum is one of the ones I've like put in my vernacular on a daily.
There you go.
And now like my kids are starting to say it. And like Murph will say it, and I'm like, hey. Yeah, let it fly, bro. That's a good one.
I get pretty loose. I get pretty loose with the F word at times. I don't know if the children are listening to this, but I definitely replace it when I get really mad at my kids. Instead of like, obviously, I'm not going to say that to them, but I replace it with like freaking or freak. Like, what the freak are you doing? But then I think I'm like,
dude, I don't.
I do that, and I'm like,
cringeworthy.
I'm like, that's probably not. That probably doesn't sound good, and it's probably like very noticeable. I'm replacing that word.
Yeah, it's very obvious,
bro. That's
just say it, dude. I've always thought that like people who say that like if like what the freak, dude. Like Phillip Rivers, like mic'd up sessions, he'd say something like that. I'm like, bro, just say it, dude.
Yeah.
Just say the word.
That's funny.
Well, in an adult setting, I would say it, but not like around kids.
I don't know, man. You don't say that often. I would say that's a telltale sign of you that you have had a couple of beers.
Yeah.
Is that like once like the freaks turn into not freaks?
Yeah.
that's the tipping point. When
yeah. My freak flag goes down.
Exactly.
You go from Diddy party to that's the freak flag. Too soon. Too soon.
Yeah.
Felt the room. Shit. That one. Jeez, guys.
Yeah.
Easy. Hey, we're just friends.
I've never been to a Diddy party. We're just going to throw that out there. So
never even been invited.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, we're going to try some segments this time. We didn't do that last time. We're trying some segments. And the first one is going to be called Cap or Coverage. Okay, so for Cap or Coverage, I got 5 headlines here.
That's Cap, dog.
Exactly. Thank you. If you didn't know, Cap is lying. Don't look at my iPad.
Oh,
don't look at my iPad.
Dude, I was listening to a podcast today, and they were talking about like the Middle East, like the Palestine deal, and they like one of the guys was like, that's Cap. He's like, man, that's turban, because it's the Middle East.
have your boys
clever?
Have your boys started saying that yet, Cap?
No.
Your hasn't. Emmett says it.
No.
Yeah,
really,
all the time. Yeah, I'll say something. I'm like, hey, dude, we're gonna go get donuts in the morning. He's like, Dad, is that Cap? I'm like, no, Cap, man.
No,
we're getting the
Do you
donuts.
tell him, be like, dude, you live in the suburbs.
Yeah,
don't say that.
No, I let him be who he wants to be, man.
That's funny.
You know,
Emmett's gonna fall in your footsteps with the rocks in his ears.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah.
I know it.
The cubic zirconians.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So the point of this is I have 5 headlines here. Don't look at my iPad, Matt. Quit looking at
I'm
it.
not looking.
Stop. If there's 5. I got 5 headlines here. 4 of them are real, so they're coverage. 1 of them is cap.
All
It's
right.
not true. Made up.
Okay.
Your job is to guess.
Are they from CNN site or?
I'll tell you where they're from.
Okay.
So your job is to guess which one is cap, and then we're going to talk about these headlines because some of them are kind of funny.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Number
Get it.
1. Number 1. From the Metro. Man's penis amputated by mistake after he's wrongly diagnosed with a tumor.
Covered.
Number 2. From the BBC. Woman used fart selfies to harass partner's ex.
What does BBC stand for?
What's a fart selfie?
The British Broadcasting Company.
Gotcha.
What's a fart selfie?
Don't know. Number 3. Tech billionaire announces plan to launch artificial island nation powered entirely by AI.
That's real.
Yeah, that's gonna be real.
Next one from the New York
Coverage.
Post. 27-year-old man fights off and kills aggressive grizzly bear that attacked him while picking berries.
No.
That's fake.
That's
And then finally, the last one is from CBS. A boulder the size of a large boulder removed after blocking the Highway 21.
That's real.
Wait, a boulder the size of a large boulder?
I could see like some
The,
dipshit.
the headline is this: boulder the size of a large boulder removed after blocking Highway 21.
That's like an intern shooting their shot, not proofreading. I don't know what a fart
All right.
selfie is, but for sure, the grizzly bear one. There ain't no way.
All right, so we're gonna start at the top, and then you'll tell us.
All right, we'll go again. So just real quick. So penis amputated, fart selfies, 72-year-old man fights off grizzly bear, tech billionaire, a artificial island powered by AI, or the boulder the size of a large boulder removed after blocking Highway
I
21.
can't get past.
I can't. That was
Wow.
funny to me. Which one of those is cap?
Grizzly bear.
There's only one cap.
One cap.
Oh wow.
The other
I'm
4
not, I'm not looking
are
at the
coverage.
laptop. Just relax.
Stop. Quit it.
There's only one cap. Okay, that changes things.
Yeah, there's only one.
Dang.
The rest are coverage.
Dang. Okay. I'd want to say the penis one because that's a little like on the nose.
No way.
But yeah, but I gotta go with the grizzly bear because maybe a black bear somebody's taken out. You said he was a 27-year-old man.
No, 72.
Wow. Okay.
72.
There was not a gun or anything involved. There was the.
Well, we don't know. It's
He
the
just
headline,
takes it
bro.
down.
The headline.
That's
You
just
got to read the
headline.
story.
Yeah.
That's just the headline.
All right, I'm gonna go with that's cap.
Okay. Okay. So let's go through them. The first one was a man's penis amputated by mistake after he's wrongly diagnosed with a tumor. That is coverage.
Yep.
So that
Nailed
did
it.
actually happen. He's under investigation in Italy because the country's top health officials mistakenly he amputated a penis on accident.
He woke up and he's like, "Where's my
Yeah.
penis,
Bro, well, no, I mean it wasn't. He knew what was happening, but he didn't actually have the tumor. That was the problem,
Oh,
right? They said he had a tumor. They
Doctor
cut
just
off his
saw his
penis, and,
lap.
and they're like, "Nah, dog, you actually don't."
no, dude. The
Tumor.
doctor just saw his lap hog and was like, "Dude, this has to go. I can't have you. I can't compete against this in
There's
the
no
market."
way that's real.
Yeah.
Yep, that is a real headline.
All right.
The next one was women use fart selfies to harass her partner's ex. That was also coverage. That was real.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's
So
get
this
into-
is from the BBC. So this happened in the UK. So she basically took videos of herself farting and sent it to her partner's ex. That's it. That's the whole story.
That's
I mean, that's it. And I mean, the BBC called it fart selfies. That they just made that up. But
yeah.
the thing about this is crazy though is she was arrested. She was arrested for this, for harassment, and she had to do like 15 rehab therapy sessions and 60 hours of community service and pay $500 fine, which is wild.
I also feel like that phone call to the police is also gonna sound like a sibling issue. Like, Dan, he keeps farting.
Farting
yeah,
on me.
Yeah, he's farting on me.
That's assault, brother.
But what's crazy is that's the example of not having the First Amendment, right? On a serious note, right? She got arrested for sending that to somebody, which is crazy to me. Like that would.
Well, we don't know the specifics. Was she like,
yeah, that's what it was.
bare ass out? Was it like,
no? She just kept sending it to her.
just like through the jeans, just like phone to ass?
I guess, yeah, yeah. It wasn't like vulgar. Besides,
Nature
it wasn't
nature
like,
got its revenge.
If
'cause
my
she got
wife's
the,
ex started sending me fart selfies, I just laugh all day, dude.
dude,
Yeah.
I get it, but she says she's the person that was the victim here says it was purely malicious. She was smirking throughout and found it hilarious, but the victim didn't.
Farts are funny.
I just would like to feel safe in my home. Like, come on, how
This
soft? How
chick-
soft are you, bro?
Super soft.
How soft is that?
I
That's
feel like
soft.
That's someone who didn't win the war. That's
I feel
That's
like
crazy,
nature
dude.
probably got its revenge when she's farting on her phone and then sending that, and then later like taking phone calls, and
Yeah.
she gave herself pink,
pink
eye.
eye. Yeah.
She's farting too close.
yeah, dude.
Crazy. Okay, that one's coverage. The next one was the tech billionaire announces plan to launch artificial island powered entirely by AI. That was the cap.
Oh
That was false. I made that one up with the help of a ChatGPT.
wow, that
Of
was.
course, Chat GBT throws itself in the mix, dude.
That's true.
But in today's world, where like every billionaire is sending shit in space and you know,
That sounds perfectly plausible.
making
For sure.
I just don't also like, I don't know, AI.
yeah.
How?
It's just like a computer pulling shit really fast and they're calling it. Like it's not artificial intelligence. It's not thinking of shit. It's just pulling stuff that already exists together really fast. It's not artificial intelligence.
Have you used ChatGPT or anything before?
No.
It's a different experience than using like Google. 'Cause you can talk to it like I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't have to use Google speech. I don't have to be like, find, like when you search things in Google, you have to be certain like general and things like that. When you're doing ChatGPT, you can be like, find me, like, give me a photo of this. And it's like, that's not, I want it more realistic. It'll
Mhm.
change it. Scratch that. Let me try this. Like,
Yeah,
you
but
can
it's
speak-
still
you can speak.
pulling from stuff that exists already.
True, but it's
But it
not.
compiles and creates it for you. Like I could say, I want to send out a memo to my office about this month's upcoming events.
No, I understand what you guys are saying. I am just saying it's the same thing as an Excel spreadsheet. It's just instead of like putting numbers in and getting an answer, you're putting something more creative in, and it's giving you something more creative from stuff that's already created.
No, it will create things like images, for example, from scratch.
Yeah, you could type in, "I want a picture of a pink
Like
elephant."
our logo that I sent you, that's created on ChatGPT. I literally said, I want a picture of 3 anthropomorphic dogs sitting on a couch for a podcast cover.
And
I
my
made
point is it knows what a dog looks like. It knows what anthropomorphic means.
sure, but
It knows it all.
But it created it from. It didn't exist. It created it. It's not pulling it from something.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
No, it's
No.
not. It's not. This image never existed before.
I know, but it's pulling from other stuff to make it.
True, but
Like
this
a
is
real
new.
AI is like the 2 computers, like the real AI that they had plugged in. I forget. I heard on Rogan's podcast
Mhm.
where they like plugged in 2 computers with like the AI function, and they're like talking to each other. And
Yeah.
within like a matter of like days or weeks or whatever it was, they created their own language and were talking to themselves in their own language, so that the people monitoring them couldn't figure out what was going on. And so they just unplugged it. They're like, holy shit. And they unplugged it. That to me is AI.
I think I'm kind of
They're creating something new. It's artificial intelligence.
I'm tracking with you that AI is probably overused in our world because this is like a buzzword where it's
Yes.
like there probably are things where it's like
That's
all
my
right,
point, basically.
Yeah, but
But this. If you don't want to call it intelligence, it is a massive difference than what it used to be.
Yeah, it's
Because
different.
because it's creating something that is something new.
Nah, it's cat dog.
No, because because a
you're-
Google search is just searching the internet of things that humans created, right?
And
It-
you're finding it.
Yes, but
It's finding it for you and throwing it together. I understand.
yeah, but the specificity also is something that's that I have never seen before. When you ask ChatGPT a question, how specific you can be and how specific the answer is not even close to a Google
Dude,
search.
it's
But
like
my point is, just because you haven't seen it before doesn't make it AI.
Okay.
That's my point.
But it's still like a massive thing. I
No,
couldn't-
I'm not. It's sick. I understand.
Yeah.
I get it. Like it's great. I think it's sick. I just don't think it's.
I guess you'd have to look up the actual definition of that.
Yeah, I
And
don't know. I just
I
Pull it up, Jamie.
I consider it. I consider ChatGPT AI.
I mean it's not it's creating new things, right? Obviously, it's pulling from existing information, but what is pulling up is created by the AI. It's not just that giving you a website. It's like, here, this is what it is. No,
I think
I'm
you're
creating
overthinking. Like it has to
new
be like
words.
Ultron. From
I
the
guess
Avengers, where
maybe
it has
because
to be
intelligence
like
is like you can learn. We're all learning stuff,
Yeah. I mean,
and it's artificial because it's a computer. I don't know.
I mean, either way, it's
still not 100% convinced.
extremely helpful.
I don't think you.
Yeah.
I mean, like for stuff
sure.
like
I don't think you've used it enough.
I've
to-
never used it ever.
yeah, you should try. You should mess around with it.
Nah.
It's free.
Dude.
So I mean, just go in
Nah,
there.
dude.
And just talk to
I
it.
stand with Will
Hey.
Smith and iRobot, dude.
Dude.
No AI for me, dude.
Ashley.
Speaking of Diddy parties,
Yeah, Ashley is
Oh,
not.
Oh, really?
Ashley is not like super techie person at all, and like I showed it to her, and she
Who's
literally
Ashley?
uses it every day.
who's Ashley?
The mother of my children.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, hey, that's fine. So there's two other ones. The 70-year-old man did fight off a grizzly bear, and he only had a pistol. He had a pistol with him, but still, a handheld pistol versus a full-grown grizzly bear is not necessarily
It said he killed
an
it.
easy dub. I did kill it. Yes.
Okay. If you killed a grizzly bear, would you be telling everybody your whole life?
100%.
It's like you'd be like just walking to a room.
I'd be
and
just like our neighbors that talk about their dad blowing up 400 feet in the air and living. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
dude, that's so funny.
And I feel like that's fair.
Yeah, he was just like picking berries, and the dude like came after him, and the bear like came after him, and he was able to. He went to the hospital but survived.
You'd be bashed up.
I know, like I don't think even if with just a handgun, I think you're still. It's not a guaranteed victory for
No
a human
way.
being.
No, of
You know
course.
what I mean? Those
You'd
are
have to have like
massive.
you'd have to have like a desert eagle.
I don't know,
Yeah.
dude. Desert Eagle's hard to have. You ever shot a Desert Eagle?
No.
It's a beast to hold. I'd rather have like a 45, and then I can handle it.
I don't know. But if I'm with a bear close proximity, yeah, I want the largest caliber thing in the world.
Yeah, that's true. Sam. Give me,
Yeah.
give me double Desert Eagles
for sure.
Headshots
wheel.
only.
Akimbo.
You speaking of that,
Dual wheel. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, you're on the same page. You felt me. You got me.
I think that's another thing that like all guys think about, that like things that men think about that women that never like crosses their mind, where I've like thought about this multiple times when I'm out like just walking around, and like if I'm running over the trails or something, I'm thinking like, dude, if a mountain lion came out right now,
Yes.
how would I handle the situation? And every time in my mind with this simulation of a mountain lion coming out at me while I'm running,
Mhm.
I win every time. Like, there's no like, and the mountain lion got my neck, dude, and neutralized me, and I'm done. It's like, no, I'm always walking out of this alive. And
Dude,
then I'm
you're
thinking
so
like
right.
the news is coming in.
Yeah, well, because
They're coming to interview me. They're like,
Well,
I'm
that'd be
on-
like imagining that you're like stepping up to the plate to hit like the day before a game, and you like strike
And you
out,
strike out.
like,
that's a weak
or you
mind.
hit a bomb and
Yeah.
like the guy robs you.
Yeah.
Like
No, but-
I had a kid tell me that one time. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, you gotta go back to go back to the books.
That's
dude.
a weak mindset.
Yeah.
That's a
Hey,
weak.
real quick though, you talked about dual wield.
yeah.
So Call of Duty, do you know what the hitter was in college? We were too poor to have like online play
Hmm.
because like Xbox Live was like $50 a month or whatever. So we would
A
play
year.
a year.
Oh, yeah.
We were beer money, dude. You
Yeah.
get it.
Priorities.
So we would play Desert Eagle, dual wield, Rust, headshots only,
MW2. Sure.
split screen.
Headshots.
Dude.
Yeah.
Get some. We'd
Well,
play
that's
that
what
for
boys
hours.
became men in Modern
Yes,
Warfare 2.
dude. Yes.
Either in games like that, Rust, or in the Call of Duty lobbies, where like you hear the
They
craziest
built
stuff.
people different, dude.
They're different. Like you've been called every name in the book. Your mom was called every name in the book, and sometimes it was just like a yelling. Like there's literally like 7 or 8 people just yelling into their
Yeah.
mic. You can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Dude,
And you
that
send a
was
dude a message real quick.
crazy, bro.
Like it's like some guy you really hate. Like you sound like a quick like,
Bro,
hey, what? See Mac Attack 13.
I'm coming to your house or something. I know where you live.
Yeah.
It's funny until like it actually happens multiple times.
Like
It
the
happens.
swatting?
Yes,
Yeah.
Happened
exactly.
here in Wichita,
Yeah,
man.
Wichita. Yeah, exactly right. That's crazy. Okay, the last one was the boulder, and I thought it was hilarious. I just know who
That's
wrote that
just
headline.
dumb.
Like,
Yeah.
who wrote that?
I'm telling you, it was an intern that like their boss was like tired, like send it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said CBS. It was a CBS. It was like a local affiliate, but
Oh, so that was cap, dude.
well, I didn't want to. That would give it away. If I said like CBTV or something like that, you'd be like, okay, that's real. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it was like a local affiliate, but
I don't know if I would have caught that.
oh, okay. Well, there you go.
That also, like the way that's written, reminds me of you need a 20-word entry on this, and it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
Boulder. That's the size. Of
I don't want to say
a
really
large
big.
Dude,
boulder.
My favorite back in the day, like when you started typing assignments, it'd be like, I need 3 pages. You type your thing out
Mm-hmm.
instead of double space, you'd go like, or like single space, you go like 1.1 space. You go back and you make every period. You find all the periods, make it like
bigger.
one bigger.
Yes.
Oh, dude, I had all
All
of
But
them,
dude, see, this is
All
like
of it.
the world of that's changed with this AI stuff. We're
They
like
just write their own papers.
these kids, man.
100%.
I was talking to this
100%.
guy that recently graduated at work, and dude, they got to type a 5-page paper, right, with like sources and all this stuff. They tell AI, "This is what I want, what I'm talking about." They spit it out. Then they tell it, hey, make it sound a little bit like this. Then they run it through another system that basically like dumbs it down, and even like will put errors in it for you.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
Oh.
I could go through and put my own errors.
I'm about to get a master's.
Yeah. So yeah, they go through AI to create it, and then go through it a couple times to shake it up a little
Sure.
bit,
Yeah.
and then go through another AI to
Yeah.
then dumb it down
Yeah.
to make it sound like a college kid and not,
Sure.
a senior professor at Berkeley or
Yeah.
something.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then then they turn it in.
I have another one for you, dude. I heard of, I think it's like Princeton or like one of those like Ivy League schools. This guy's like doctorate thesis or whatever was like on like Alexander the Great.
Mhm.
And they like put it in this engine, right? To like say like, was this AI? Like they, like the old, what was the one we had to use?
Yes.
Like cite your sources type of
I
shit.
can't remember what it's called, but I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
And it was a plagiarism check.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yeah.
So the professor, like it ran
I heard
that,
that.
and it like matched like 98%.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, no, this is all my work.
Yeah.
The problem is, like, if you're an expert in this field,
oh, sure. The AI is taking from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
AI is taking from your
It's like, no,
paper.
dude, this is my work. They're like, no, there's no way. He's
There's
like,
no way.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it's like
that's
he's
funny,
suing the
actually.
school and everything.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm jealous of these kids. I'm like, you know how many papers I type for school?
No way, dude. I wouldn't change how we did it, dude. We got the grit. We had to earn our cheating stripes, dude.
See, what's crazy is like the schools say they have AI detectors, but I don't know. I don't know if they do. I don't know if it's good enough. Like, which AI is stronger? It's the battle. It's like,
Yeah.
let them fight Godzilla and King Kong. You
For
know what I
real,
mean? Like,
dude.
which one is? Which one's
Also,
better?
you know what sucks? You know who's missing out on all this? The dudes who used to do people's homework for money.
Yeah.
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 Like, did you guys have one of those guys at school?
Oh yeah.
Like in
Yeah,
high
ours
school?
are mainly girls that were in that
we had
field.
a dude at our school that would like do like he'd throw together study guides or whatever you
Yeah.
want, like, or like he like give you his paper like, hey, just like copy it verbatim.
Yeah.
Give him $50.
Yeah.
Like that guy doesn't have a job anymore, dude.
we
Man.
had this.
Here we go. Computers are taking
taking
jobs. Taking our jobs, dude.
Dude, the ring about got brought down when I was in school because it was like our senior year, and there was this one girl who would type like everybody's papers, right? And it was like these. It's funny at the time. You're like, oh, this is a massive paper, right? And it's like it's like 4 pages or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to college, you're like, that's a warm up.
Yeah.
But so it's like we're the big percentage of our grade and stuff, and it was about it's like a book report or something. So one, you had to read a book, and then you had to type 4 pages about it. So it's like that's a lot of work, right? Yeah. So
I just
then,
think of you, dude, South High, bro. Just
I didn't ever do it because I was too scared.
Hey, USD 259.
USD 25.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
USD 259.
USD
Let's not
259,
expose
dude.
him like that.
Yeah, dude. No, come on. People are gonna be looking at my test scores and stuff. Yeah. So this girl would do all these papers and stuff, and she did them for it's like $20 for a paper, which like looking back, you're like, yeah, that's a lot of money, but not a lot of
I
money.
could not imagine being the person who's like, yeah, sure, I'll do that.
I mean, $20 an hour, maybe if you take, and how long it take? Maybe if she was really quick.
For me, I thought that was a deal, dude. For $20, I thought that was easily worth like 50. Anyways, so she did this for a ton of people, Well, one of my best friends, he's a cheap ass. She types it for him. He turns it in. He gets a good grade because she said like if you get like below like a C, you don't have to pay her or whatever. Gets a good grade. He never pays her, and she keeps asking about it. And then she starts coming to me and asking like, "Hey, when's this dude gonna pay me and all this stuff?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man. That's his. That's
it's like
problem."
robbing a drug dealer. Who they gonna tell?
Yeah.
Who they gonna tell, bro?
So then she starts to threaten that she's gonna expose everybody who cheat, like put in an anonymous letter and say, "Hey, you might want to check these 10 people." So then now everybody's like, because at first we're like, "Oh, dude, he screwed her over. You know, it's funny he didn't pay her, or whatever."
Yeah.
And then when she threatened to expose the ring, everybody
The
turned
ring.
on him. Yeah, because like if you didn't pass or you didn't graduate,
That's like an ass beating, dude.
oh yeah,
Did
yeah.
he get whooped?
He finally paid, but it's because we all had to like get on him. Yeah, yeah. So the ring about got exposed, man, because this one dude didn't want to pay $20.
I love if they call it a ring.
The ring.
Like a trafficking ring or something.
Yeah.
Dude,
Sounds better that way, right?
You want to know what happened at my school?
I do.
Dude, we had dudes printing bills. $1 bills.
That's
Like laundering?
Yes,
money laundering.
bro. Yes. Just so they could buy, like, they'd use it at lunch. Like, they'd print it off.
Give it to the lunch lady.
Wrinkle it up, make it look all old and stuff. Give her like $1, give her like 3 fake ones. And
Oh, okay.
and like one guy did it, and then like a couple homies did it, and then like they
There's
let
too
like
many.
the dumb homie do it,
Yeah.
and he didn't cut the edges correctly or
Mhm.
something, and they got caught. It was like a big deal.
That's
That's like,
wow.
that's like a felony. You can go to
Bro.
jail for decades for stuff like that.
Oh, they
know
called
that,
like
too.
the cops were like at the lunchroom one day. They're like, you, and you.
I love the fact that like they do that, but like the risk and reward in that, right? Like, let's say it's 10 years, you go to prison. That's probably light.
Yeah, I mean,
To
they're
get
not
to go
gonna
with some
do that.
cookies at the cafeteria.
Yeah,
They're
dude, the
juvie.
mac and cheese at St. Pius 10 High School was hitting, dude. You don't even know.
Dude, the high schools in Albuquerque and Mexico are different. They're different than Wichita, Kansas.
I can imagine.
It was hitting, dude.
I can imagine.
I used to trade people my like sandwich
Yeah.
and be like, "No, give me cheese." All right. They go give me mac and cheese. I give them
Is that what they called you, Colin Mac and Cheese?
damn near.
The
Damn
Colin mac and cheese. That's funny. Okay, well, let's go on to the next one. The next one today is going to be This Week in Sports. Okay, so we're going to jump into This Week in Sports. This first topic is going to be like a quick one, but this last weekend, on Saturday or Sunday, Luka Doncic was traded
Mhm.
from the Mavs to the Lakers for Anthony Davis. There's some other stuff happening. I think the Jazz were involved with some like 3-way trade, but that doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis to Luka is the trade.
Anthony
Yeah.
Davis is the unibrow.
Yep.
Yep.
And I know you're not a big basketball fan,
Yeah.
but like this is I have never seen anything like this, because this is like the equivalent. I'm trying to think of the equivalent. Like he is a top 1 or 2 or 3 scorer in the league for the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
MVP candidate every single season. It's not like he's okay. He is a top 3 guys in the league.
And he's 25.
And he's 25 years old. It's like trading Josh Allen. That's what it would be. If the Bills came out tomorrow and said, "I'm trading Josh Allen
For Carson Wentz.
well, it was because Anthony Davis is like a defensive guy, right? A defensive, like his main thing is his defense.
Josh Allen for Khalil Mack.
Sure, yes, and also, so we've all heard of like superstars demanding trades. That wasn't this. Luka did not know about it. Nobody knew
Right.
about it. It was in the dead of night.
Mhm.
The 2 GMs made this trade without his knowledge. I have never seen that before.
I heard a lot of
A player-
conspiracies around this.
A player of that caliber is insane. Like, can
Yeah.
you imagine? Like the Ravens, like, we're gonna trade Lamar Jackson, who's been MVP twice, MVP candidate every single season. We're gonna trade him for a defensive a linebacker.
Yeah, I think
Like that. That's crazy.
the parts of it that are unprecedenting are him being a top 5 player in the league,
Yes.
active player,
Yes.
him at his age. But then the other part of that too is like in the era of like information and stuff,
Mhm.
the fact that
Nobody knew.
nobody heard
Nobody
about
knew.
like
Yes.
every Shams, your
Yes.
biggest people in
Yes.
the industry
Well,
were
Sham Sharania, dude.
we're blindsided. Shams had to send another tweet out after
Yeah.
he sent the initial one out.
Like this is real.
Yeah, like this is real. It's not fake.
Yes.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like, dude, there's like it's crossed over into every facet of
For sure.
our culture too. People
Yeah.
like Kanye was talking about it.
I mean, it's wild. And
So I saw a video, and it was Dallas Mavericks, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
After they won like whatever the AFC championship is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won the Western Conference
Yeah.
Finals. Yep.
So like they all got like the championship hats on,
Mhm.
and they're like in the hallway in the back, and they're like all drinking beers.
Yeah.
And like that one black dude who I'm assuming is like the president or GM or someone.
I don't know. Yeah.
He like
I've
because like
seen
everyone's like dapping each other
this.
up,
Yeah.
and he doesn't dap him up, and Luka's like, all right,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, that was the moment.
Well, he took his beer.
Yeah, it
Luke
took
is
us-
drinking a beer and he like takes it.
yeah.
Oh, he
picked it from
took
him.
it from him.
Yeah. And Luke was like,
Yeah.
he's like, because Luka is kind of like the guy's like, he doesn't really do the normal press conferencey stuff. He like, again, will drink a beer in the hallway. Like, you know, he's not like, he doesn't do anything crazy PR wise, but he's not like super polished.
Yeah.
Like some of these, like Russell Wilson is like extremely polished.
Fake.
Right? Yeah.
Fake.
100%. I
Yeah.
agree with you. But like, he doesn't do any of that. Like, there's no errors. It's just like who he is all the time, which is
Yeah.
what people like about him.
So I love your vantage point of not being a basketball or NBA
Yeah.
fan and not like being a little bit distant from this.
Yeah.
Because I love your perspective of dude. Last year they took his beer away. Of course he's gonna leave that place.
yeah, dude.
Yeah. You think if I was at my work and I'm sitting there and I'm having a beer at the office party and somebody grabs it from me, it's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm going to work for the other rivals now. Like
100%,
I'm not
dude.
working at this place.
Well, but he didn't press the trade, right? Like it was.
Yeah.
They said the Mavs said he's too fat. Is what they said.
But also
He said
because
he's
I heard that too.
literally.
He's like 260, right?
Like 260, 270.
But he's also like
6'8".
6'8".
Yeah.
yeah, he's like 6'6",
Like he's
6'8", yeah.
like he's like chunky, but
But he when he came in the league, he was 240. So he's gained about 20 or 30 pounds.
who doesn't?
No,
Yeah.
but like he's definitely gained weight for sure. If you look at pictures, old pictures and new pictures, he's for sure gained weight.
Has his game slowed?
He's never been great at defense. That's his biggest
Yeah.
knock on him.
Yeah.
But his offense is unmatched.
But we're not talking Zion.
no,
Like, Zion like put the cheeseburgers down.
Well, Luke also had a couple injuries, and the team was saying that a lot of that injury is because of you're not in shape. Like he had a couple, I think he had a couple leg injuries, things like that.
Yeah.
I also like guys like that are so talented.
Yeah.
Like he's like, why?
Well,
That's
that's-
his
I'm
mindset.
averaging 25 points a night. Like who cares?
So that's part of
30, 39,
Exactly.
and 9.
Yeah.
He's
Suck
like
it, dude.
destroying people.
Yeah.
Nobody can stop him.
Yeah, so I think that's part of it from what I'm hearing now that like a little bit comes out every day or whatever. And I don't think we'll ever know the full story, but
Yeah.
the overall feeling that they're coming from Dallas is that this guy is up for the Supermax next year.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll get paid at the top of the league. So you're looking at $50 million a year
Yeah.
or more. And that's their point where, all right, we got to invest in this dude. And normally you're going to be looking at a guy that age, like a 10-year deal or something, because you want to lock him up and keep him there. But they're looking at him and they're thinking, this guy's gaining weight. He's getting injured. We see him every day. So
Yeah.
he's not, we feel like he's not putting in the effort
Sure.
or the things that we would want out of our superstar.
Yeah.
And so they basically just cut ties with him. And instead of making that long-term investment, they're thinking, okay, we're going to get out ahead of this.
Dude, Babe Ruth.
That's
The curse of the curse
It's
of the
Babe Ruth,
Bambino.
dude.
I mean, he's 25. 25. So he has another decade
mhm.
in the league, right? Like people are
Did he
saying
take LeBron James' son's roster spot?
no, they didn't. But like I'm saying the Mavs, if they don't win a championship in the next they got maybe 2 years. If they don't win in 2 years, this is going to go down as one of the worst things a team has done.
they have
ever
to win.
What
with
is
Anthony
the
Davis.
average? What is the average viewership of an NBA game?
I don't know. I know this year their whatever viewership is down. So the NBA is definitely trying to get more people to watch. You said a conspiracy earlier. I've heard this a little bit too, because the Lakers is a bigger market, and if you think about the Lakers, they've had a superstar since the beginning of time.
Yeah, every era.
Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem, Magic, Kobe, and then they had a little dark ages when Kobe retired, and then what happened? They got LeBron.
Yeah.
Right now, LeBron's at the end of his career. Now here comes Luka. The LA gets every single other teams are upset about this because they didn't have a chance to.
On the flip side, though, I've heard Dallas wants to go to Vegas, and so
Really?
they're gonna they've been wanting to go to Vegas, so it's a win-win for
I
both of
never
them
heard
because
that.
the
Have you
team's
heard
gonna
that?
suck, the fans are gonna hate the ownership, They're gonna like not invest in a stadium where like find this stadium sucks. Like you guys won't do anything. We're gonna go to Vegas. So they're gonna go to Vegas, and the NBA has been wanting 2 expansion teams. They're gonna have another expansion team come to Dallas and call them the Dallas Mavericks. So all is good. New ownership. All the fans rebuy in. Owners get what they want. So it's like that's like the two sides of the conspiracy.
That's interesting.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to talk about it because I think it's pretty unprecedented. I really do. And like I can't think of anything in football that's like that.
No,
I can't think of anything like that in football in my life. Maybe before my time, but I'm trying to think of anything.
Yeah,
where a superstar is traded without them asking for a trade.
A lot of very well respected NBA insiders that are around the game and stuff have also said that this is the biggest NBA trade in history. Like there's no other comparison.
Sure. Yeah, it's not like his contract was like, it's not like it was a free agency or
they didn't get picks. They didn't get any picks for it or anything.
They got some picks. I don't remember that. I don't remember the
I think it was
details.
one first round.
Yeah, next year they got their first round.
You know what the crazy part is, and that some of it came to light today, where and again we may never know, and I hope one day they do like a ESPN the 60
30 for 30,
yeah, whatever they're calling that. Yeah, 75%. Where the original trade was supposed to be Dalton Knecht, Anthony Davis,
talked him down,
and 2 first rounders, and then it ended up being Anthony Davis in 1 first round, and then I think some other dude or something. Well, today the Lakers traded Knecht to get the guy from
Charlotte, I want to say.
Yeah, Charlotte, Mark Williams.
Yes.
The younger guy. He's like 23 also or whatever.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Because the Lakers are trying to prepare for the future, right? They know LeBron's, who knows? He's an Iron Man. No, actually, it would be funny too. Like, because they're calling him Luka fat, right? But nobody knows how to take care of the body better than LeBron James. I mean, he's playing a sport where you're playing 80 games, running full speed up and down the court, and he's 40 years old.
Yeah.
It's not Tom Brady 40 as a quarterback, dropping back and handing it off.
James Harrison.
True. Was he 40 though?
I don't know, but homeboy spent $1 million a year before any of that stuff was like.
No, I agree. I just think I'm just saying like LeBron is definitely in the conversation.
Yeah, I just don't know anything about basketball.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like it'd be hilarious. 2 years, Luka comes out of the summer and like is completely shredded, like the revenge bod. You know what I mean? Like your girlfriend broke up with you. Like hit the gym. He's like completely.
So February 11th is his first game. He's gonna be back. So that's next week. And ESPN picked it up.
Is that this weekend?
No,
today's.
I don't know.
Today's the 6th.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that would be interesting.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm gonna come over and watch that. I don't have ESPN.
Okay. Fair enough. Nice.
And that's the NBA talk.
Yeah. Sorry, I know you don't like basketball.
We had to get
I just thought that was a pretty big
thing. It's fine,
dude.
There's viewership out there for it. I just not my viewers.
All right, next, the Super Bowl's coming up this weekend, right? So, Chiefs, Eagles. This year has been one of the biggest years I've seen in the past few years. Have people claiming that there is a conspiracy, that the league is rigged, right? That the refs are helping the Chiefs, the NFL is helping the Chiefs. I've never it's maybe because social media is so big now that maybe what's happening during when the Patriots and they're running as well.
It's a tale as old as time.
For sure.
The winners get the hate. You know why all this comes out? Comes out from the losing team. You know why? The winning team, they don't go back and review the tape to see how they got screwed. They won. Like they correct course on their mistakes and keep going.
Yes.
The losers, and plus you're done for the year.
Yeah.
Coaches are gonna sit there and like, oh, look at we got screwed on that one. We got screwed on that.
But I don't know. I guess maybe the coaches are saying this, but I'm hearing it more from just like the peanut gallery, just the fans. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Yes.
I love this take from Nick Wright. He's on Fox Sports. He's from Kansas City.
Dude, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's hilarious, dude. He's hilarious. He and his takes, man, are just dead on. But yeah, he was talking about, okay, now that sports betting's legal and everybody's doing it or whatever, he's like, if there is a conspiracy and you believe in your heart of hearts that the league is backed behind the Chiefs and Taylor Swift and all this stuff is, orbiting around them to force them to win, then why are you not cashing in on this? They're like, if this is the conspiracy, why are there not millionaires walking around being like, man, I hate the Chiefs and it's a conspircy, but bro, I just paid my house off and my kids are going to private Christian schools.
Right.
Dude, everyone watch the first comment on there's like so many of these videos. First comment, like, oh, sports betting ruined the NFL. Sports betting, ever since they implemented sports betting,
No.
that's what, now it's rigged.
It
I don't know, man. Like, I'm not a Chiefs fan, but you watch these games, because like the last game against the Bills, right? There's two calls that people had a major problem with. The first one was the catch. It was a simultaneous possession catch that Worthy came down with. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it was
Unmaintained possession through.
So yeah, it was a catch. They called
Tie
it
goes
a
to the
catch
runner.
on the field. Simultaneous possession goes to the, and they reviewed it, said call stands. I'm watching that. I'm like, if they said it wasn't a catch, I'd be like, okay, but it was not egregious. It wasn't like some kind of crazy blown
Right.
call. Like, it had gone either way.
Yeah.
And then the other one was the fourth down stop, right? So like, there's like a picture of like, if they do the QB sneak and they try to sneak it, and Josh Allen gets stopped, and he's right on the first down.
I love those, and they always have them like at the angle that flatters
100%. Well, the problem is like there's a picture, and one of the refs on the near side, the ref on the near side comes in short, or and the other ref comes in.
Yeah.
The other ref comes in, so like a little bit different. But that happens all.
I was gonna say, I'd be curious to go back and like see how often that happens, because it's got to be all the time.
Yeah.
Nick Wright, the dude from Kansas City, like he's got like the long hair, right?
Yeah.
Dude, he had a great take on this, because the Bills coach was like complaining, and he's like, we got to go back and look at that spot, like Alex Fish, yada yada. He's like, okay, so let's just say, because he's talking about like, we knew we were going to get any calls, we knew this and that. He's like, so let's just say you did know that you were going to get calls. Let's just, you knew all this stuff. Why would you call a play that you know is going to put you in a position for that to happen? The Chiefs have already shut it down several times.
Yeah.
And you're just going to call it again and put it in the ref's hands. How bad of a coach are you to not draw up something different? It's like you're a worse coach than I thought.
Yeah.
If you knew this going in, why call that play? And I'm like, ding, thank you.
The Bills only
Drop
missed
the mic.
They missed one. They didn't all season. They got every single tush push play right, but one all season. The Chiefs stopped them how many times? 4
3
or something.
at least.
And they did this weird, like, instead of going hike and going straight, they did hike and like jumped.
Well,
over
he
to the
always
side.
goes left.
Does he always do that?
Always.
Yeah.
Like,
they
'cause
picked up on that.
I watched the Bills go, and
From
even
film.
Romo even said it. He
Oh,
was like,
okay.
yeah, he likes going like B gap, like off play,
Oh, okay.
like A gap, B
That's
gap.
what they always do. Well, then, I mean,
I mean, you
the
still got to
Chiefs-
stop it. He's still a human,
For
like
sure.
huge human
but
being.
they stopped. I mean, like, to me, that's just game plan. That's just game plan. They know
Yeah.
exactly where
You
you're
got
going.
out coached. All of this, dude, like for as amazing as Patrick Mahomes is,
Mhm.
Andy Reid is, dude, like he's getting up there with Bill Belichick. Like Bill Belichick, best coach, GM all time, all this stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, Andy Reid
Yes.
is like making a case for being the best coach in his like.
I
Dude,
think
the
this
Chiefs
year-
are so well coached. The situational awareness that the Chiefs have.
Mhm.
Everyone calls it luck, this and that. They always know what's going on all the time. Look at the Super Bowl against the Niners. Like
Oh, they knew the rules.
they knew the rules. The Niners
Well, at
didn't.
least most of them.
Well, but it was like a change.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
change in the
Yeah.
rules for the playoff.
Yes.
Like just like
They were ready.
obviously you would expect an NFL coach to know the rules, but like, dude, I'm sorry. Like I'm a Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
They are just a better coach than you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
You make your own luck.
There was some crazy stuff that happened, but like the only one that to me was like actually just like straight up lucky was the Raiders. The Raiders just fumbled a snap in field goal range.
Yeah.
There was no coaching there. He just fumbled a snap and like literally in field goal range,
Yeah.
chip shot field goal. The center snaps it when it wasn't ready, fumbles the football. The Chiefs recover, game's over.
But that's football, baby.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But that's
Yeah.
not coaching though. That getting
No.
like that play, like, oh, that was
True.
lucky.
Right. Okay.
But
still.
but every other game, even
Yeah.
though there was crazy stuff, I'm not going to sit here and say it was lucky.
Yeah.
Bears field goal block. Everyone's like, this is insane.
It was the Broncos, but yeah,
Or Broncos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Same
Broncos.
thing, dude.
100%. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
They
And me-
even, do you know, in that game, they went back, like on the McAfee show, they went back to the first one after the first kick.
Mhm.
Because like he was talking about, like in special teams, they probably saw a problem with this whatever tackle.
Mm-hmm.
After the first kick, the first field goal or extra point or whatever,
Yeah.
you see like Reed, like the safety or whatever, like pointing
guy.
and looking to his coach,
This is
like
the guy.
almost like we know, we got it.
Yeah.
Like
This
they
is the
do,
guy.
they like that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's again, you make your own luck, dude. They're prepared more than you. Shit happens their way because they're ready.
It is kind of funny though. Like, and then against who was that? The Chargers, where the Chiefs had a chip shot field goal to win it, and it hits the post and bounces in. You know what I mean? It's that's a field goal he should just make. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there's no question. But it's so funny because like there's been so many of those really close games.
I was at that game.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You could hear we were up in the nosebleeds.
Yeah.
We were like
we could hear the dong.
We were like 20. Yeah, it was like dong, and the whole stadium. Streamers going everywhere, dude.
Crazy.
Yeah.
High-fiving people. It was sick.
It's just so funny. It's like, can you just put it through the uprights? And then we don't have to have a conversation about
Yeah.
That's the Holy Spirit,
but
dude.
it was the third guy, I think. It wasn't Butker. It wasn't Butker.
No, that's right. He was hurt.
It was somebody else. It was somebody else.
But
That's
yeah,
right.
so me and you obviously aren't Chiefs fans. And I think I find the conspiracy stuff, I find anything people are saying about Patrick Mahomes, like all this, I just think it's people just get fatigued of people that are constantly winning.
Yep, it's not new.
And I mean, you look at the Patriots, right?
Everybody.
But then it's also
I hated the Patriots.
Yeah.
But here's a question: were you saying were you saying back then that it was rigged for them?
No, but do you remember the Tuck rule?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Tuck rule was a bullshit
Yeah.
call.
But it wasn't the rule at the time.
No, but like common sense was like that's like. But it's the same thing with like when the Cowboys had what was it? Was it Blackman?
No, it's Des Bryant.
Des Bryant.
Oh,
yeah.
the catch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like everyone knows, like that's a catch. What are we talking about?
Mhm.
Like
Steelers had to play against the Patriots like that. Yeah. Yeah, it does. For sure. It's how it goes, man. It's just no conspiracy, I don't think.
But again, in that Tuck rule game, like they go out and like the whole line, there's a TV timeout. The whole line is like clearing the snow for what's his face to kick the field goal.
Yeah.
And like apparently like you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Well, like do business as business is being done. Why would you not help your kicker out to win the game until the refs tell you to stop and like what'd you say, sir?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
But like of course you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Here's what I've never understood though about sports is like we want to see greatness, right? Like we want to see these people that are the 1% of the 1% be exceptional, and then they do it, and like this, we get to see a shot at history, Sunday, where a chance for somebody to win 3 times in a row, which has never happened, and they've even gotten further. Nobody's even gone back for a third try.
Yeah, the Patriots did it and lost.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I think so. I think they've done it.
Right,
I think the Bills lost
that out,
like
Dave.
4 in a row.
Yeah.
Bills lost like 4 in a row.
No, I'm talking about winning a third
with a
in a
chance
row.
to win
That was
it?
the Patriots. The Patriots had won 2, and they lost to the Giants.
Okay, we'll edit all that out, Dave, so I don't sound stupid.
No, but I see what you're saying. It's still historic.
What I don't get is I don't get why people, unless it's like a team in your division or something, then I get it. Like it's Eagles, right?
It's just
like,
people.
I don't want to see the Eagles.
It's
win.
always gonna happen.
But I don't get like why can't you just enjoy greatness? Why can't you just sit back and be like, dude, this is awesome football, awesome coaching, awesome execution all the way around. We're watching, greatness take place.
For sure.
Why are we upset about that?
Yeah.
And again, I'll give you the excuse if you're a divisional fan of another team.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, but I wasn't cheering for the Patriots back when they were going to win 6.
Hated the Patriots.
Like, and that was greatness as well. I don't want. I mean, I'm a fan of my team. I want my team to be the best.
Did you
I
want
want my team to have the most. So I'm not going to cheer for
100%.
another team.
I now like appreciate the Patriots and Belichick and Brady.
Agreed.
At the time,
Yeah.
I'm with not a chance.
But okay, so
Beat the
then we
Patriots.
look back at those and be like and respect it later on, but in the moment maybe not appreciate it.
Yeah,
or
because we're emotional.
Give it
I think the
flowers.
problem is you're a Cowboys fan and you guys haven't won shit in like 20 years.
yeah,
95.
You
They beat
don't
the Steelers 95.
coming up on the anniversary.
like if you were always in the hunt, I think you would feel different.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, because I don't have like a dog in the fight or whatever.
And you haven't for a long time, so you're just like, dude, football. This is great football.
I'm just here to watch good football.
Yeah,
That's my
yeah.
team stuff.
Yeah, but like if you guys were in the hunt like year after year, you'd be sitting there pissed because you're like, man, that should have been the
it should've been
Cowboys.
us.
That
Yeah,
should've been-
that could be.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Actually, I think you're exactly right.
Yeah.
About that. I think it makes a big deal. If your team's like never in it, then it doesn't really hit you the same.
Right.
Because it doesn't really feel like you've lost anything. It's like it's how it always is. Yeah.
OU this year was like 5-4.
Yeah.
My wife's like, we got to get home and watch the game. I'm like, do we?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
he's like,
exactly. We lose. Yeah, exactly.
Let's mortgage the season for
if you're
next year.
always losing, a loss is just part of the course.
Yeah.
So speaking of the game, you got any locks?
Chiefs money line.
That's it.
Mail it in. I mean, I have a lot of different. I have like 5 different parlays in.
Okay.
But I bet hella units on the Chiefs money line.
You know what a good one I saw earlier today? It was talking about our national debt of like whatever $70 trillion or whatever it is, and it was like, hey, I'm gonna go to the treasurer and be like, hey, bro, let's ride all that 70 trillion. We're gonna put that on.
Ride red, baby.
We're gonna put that on Saquon Barkley anytime score. Boom, we're out of debt.
I do have a Kareem Hunt anytime touchdown score. Saquon 2 touchdowns.
Saquon's on 2. Yeah, that's the big one. Yeah, I put in a parlay, but just for 1. I was thinking of going 2 for him, but yeah.
He's a beast.
It's an easy bet with him. Yeah.
So I saw another take this week about the Chiefs, not just more specifically now as the Mahomes. So this take I saw when I was doing some research about this topic today, and this is just a Reddit post, so it's not like anybody big, but he says the title is Patrick Mahomes is a dirty player. Let's stop mincing words. Attempting to draw roughing penalties is a dirty play. Flopping, crying about missed calls, intentionally putting yourself in situations where appearances of roughing is likely, using defenders' carefulness around you to score extra yards by faking going out of bounds, all of it. Mahomes might be the worst defender for all of these I've ever seen.
He is. Well, maybe not the worst ever, but
I wouldn't constitute that as dirty.
I was going to say, he does it a lot. I think he can be a crybaby. Like, that's one of my downfalls with Mahomes. Like, he's always looking or talking to the refs, like, come on. And I'm like, trying to tell my son, like, we don't do that shit. Get up and play ball.
Yeah.
Also, like, my dad was complaining to me. He's a Raiders fan.
Yeah.
Like, he slides late all the time. I get that. He gets out of bounds late. Or Titans, what was it, 2-3 years ago, where he, like, almost went out of bounds and then scurried for, like, 50 more yards.
Yeah.
Like,
he exploits the rules to his advantage.
At the same time, if I'm a D coordinator, I'm telling my team, like, decapitate him. Like, take the 15, whatever. Like, we'll take our lumps. Like, he'll know for the rest of the game, he's not going to pull that shit on us. I think that's an easy fix. I'm not saying, I'm not saying play dirty. I'm just saying, like, we know he likes to, like, skirt the sideline, so don't let up.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take the 15 early in the game so Mahomes knows.
But then you might get fined, suspended, and stuff by the league.
Dude, I'll war chest, pay the fine.
But suspension? I mean, you don't want to get suspended.
If it's the playoffs, who gives a shit?
I think that's an absurd take. I think dirty is crazy. Dirty would be like if he was drop kicking people while he was running.
That's the question. Like a dirty player. Like, what is a dirty player? To me, they're breaking the rules.
What would
they're doing something illegal.
What would you call it? Just like if you changed that.
Dirty player to me is like stepping on a guy's ankle. When you're getting up.
Yeah, or you like twist it when you try to twist his ankle when you bring him down, or something like that.
An extra gator roll.
Yeah,
like that shit's dirty.
Teabagging somebody.
But I guess his point is saying that he's like intentionally drawing penalties and then using that to his advantage to get extra yards. So like,
and if he was on that guy's team, I'd be like, thank you. That's a free 15.
Dude, to me, if I'm the opposing team or fan base,
yeah,
that's pissing me off. But like, what game? What was the? It wasn't the Bills. It was the Houston game.
Yes.
Yeah, when he flopped out of bounds.
Yeah, for sure he did.
Dude, the minute it happened, I immediately was thinking, I'm like, oh, people are gonna hate that.
Yeah.
But I was also thinking, like, bro, I mean, if he gets that call right there,
I also bet you they go back like in the locker room, like on film session, they're roasting him on film.
Yeah, probably.
Like, I mean, he's they're going to be like, oh, look at this. Hey, we got 15 out of this. Rewind it.
He said later on that he shouldn't have done that or whatever.
But he also got 2 roughing the passer calls, or 1 roughing the passer that was actually bad.
Yeah.
It was a bad one. They ended up getting a field goal out of it. He got hit in the pocket, and it was a bad one. And then he got hit.
But why is that his fault?
True. No, I agree with you. That's not that. Yeah, you're right. That's nothing to do with
that rule. Sucks. The roughing the passer penalties in the NFL suck.
Agreed. I think they gotta get rid of the sliding. Like literally, sliding is illegal.
Dive.
You can't slide. Either dive or just fall to the ground.
You fall to the ground like
or nothing.
Anybody else.
Or if you're running the football, you're running the football. That's it. Like you can give yourself up by diving out of the way, diving sideways, diving to the. I gotta remember talking to the mic. Gotta dive right, but you like sliding to me is not good.
I love that take.
Because like Trevor Lawrence,
I don't like that.
Trevor Lawrence got destroyed this year. Did you see that play?
Yeah.
When he slid and he got he was posturing with his hands because he got hit right in the head. And that's from a slide because he slid later and his head was lined up right with the hit. I don't think you should be able to slide. I think you have to dive or something.
I think you should be able to do whatever you want on a football field.
Well, okay, but you can slide, but you're not protected, is what I'm saying. Like the slide is a specific thing that you can do that protects you from being hit.
Is the quarterback the only person who can slide?
No, anybody can slide, but nobody
giving
does.
Yourself up.
Nobody does, is what I'm saying. Only quarterbacks slide.
Yeah. Some receivers, like
I never
Tyler
thought about
Lockett,
that till now.
Tyler Lockett used to slide
That's true.
in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's fine.
Do you think nobody should be able to slide?
No,
Well, you're putting yourself in a position
you can slide. What I'm saying is the slide does not protect you like it does now.
Yeah.
So it's sure go back like this if you want, but
I don't know why. But also, like, if you dive forward, you're gaining like 2 extra yards. Like Lamar,
sure,
he didn't really slide a whole lot. He dives forward.
Yeah.
Like you're still giving yourself up. Like, why do they start? They start sliding like because someone fumbled. I bet you like a quarterback fumbled the ball. Like, all right, from now on, you're sliding like a baseball player.
Well, and the game has changed, right? When sliding was bigger was when these quarterbacks weren't running. They're pocket passers. So when they got out into the field, they would just like go down.
Well, think about it too. Like as a quarterback, you dive forward, you had a lot more chances for you to hurt up here, right? You're throwing arm, your hand, shoulder.
Then don't run.
That's soft.
You're a football player. Like if you're afraid of getting hurt,
you're sliding to begin with to protect yourself as a quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why when a quarterback holds the ball down and he is running, he's a runner, and I don't like that he can just do this one weird thing that like puts the defense at a weird spot and they get penalties.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you, but like anyone can do it.
I know.
Quarterbacks are just the only one.
All I'm saying is you shouldn't. I think the rule should be changed. Whereas if you slide, there's no protection on a slide.
So if you go shoulder pad to helmet,
if you
on a slide,
if you slide, you have chosen the slide. There's nothing. Nobody's forcing you to slide. So if you chose to slide, you're open. So don't slide is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think the problem. I mean, I see what you're saying, but I think the problem mostly lies that they put all of the intent on the defensive player. Like,
I agree.
When I went to go hit him,
sure,
I was aiming for his hips.
Yeah, he was here,
and now his head's here.
Another reason why he shouldn't slide.
On the flip side, I don't like that running backs don't get targeting.
Coming from the former linebacker
because they lead.
I know, coming from a guy who loves collisions. Like, if you're gonna drop the bucket on me,
that's true.
And I can't drop the bucket on you.
True.
But you can drop the bucket on me. Like, let's let everyone drop the bucket on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and there was receivers that came out like when all this started happening.
Yeah.
That were like, I would rather someone come head hunting.
Yeah.
Because a concussion is 2-3 weeks. My knees are a year, maybe a career.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just a fan of like,
let
them play.
That's fair.
Let them play.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
bring the 90s
also
back.
I was listening to I forget who it was. It was like the Tampa Bay Bucks D-line coach. They were talking about how these tackles now like jump the snap count. And he was talking about like they've been doing this for years.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been more egregious now, yada yada. He's like, it was never a problem with us because we trained our DNs. I think actually it might have been the Steelers. Because like TJ Watt does it. Like he's like, we don't watch the ball. My edge rushers would watch the outside knee of the tackle. So the minute that guy moves, I'm moving.
Sure.
So like I don't care if he jumps the snap because I'm jumping the snap with him. Like I saw and I noticed like Karlaftis on the Chiefs, like he's looking down the line at the ball.
Yeah.
It's like if you're looking at the outside knee, and he jumps because that Bills left tackle was jumping the snap too. Like you're just jumping the snap, you're just jumping with him. Let's go. Let's play football. I don't know. I don't know. At the end of the day, like, you got to do business as business being done.
Dude, that reminds me, Jawan Taylor on the Chiefs. He is either
Trade him.
He is either in the backfield or false starting every single play.
Trade him.
That's one thing that I do not like. I guess you can't throw a false start penalty. Like, you can't do it every single time. But that dude is leaving early all the time. 74, right tackle, always.
Yeah.
He's either in the legal formation, in the backfield, lined up in the backfield, or leaving early. It's so often.
Yeah.
And he should get 10 a game. 10.
Right.
And he gets like 1 every other game.
Yeah.
I guess
it's still too much, dude.
He's what?
It's still too many. Like, dude, fix it.
Oh, like he's
He's been like the most penalized offensive lineman for like 3 years in a row.
No, I agree. And I literally think he should have 5 times more false starts.
I like that. Hey,
dude, he is so early.
Yeah.
He's so early.
I like you to be this coach right there. Hey, fix it.
Fix it, dude. Head
funny.
out of ass.
That's funny.
Dude, we gotta talk about kids sports.
Oh, what?
Kids sports. Travel ball. All this shit. I fucking hate it. I'm in the middle of it
Really?
right now. It's the worst, dude. But I'm fucking hot right now about kids' sports.
Really?
It's the fucking worst. We pay $550 to put Reagan on this team.
Mm-hmm.
1 practice a week.
Okay.
We had to pay to enter the YMCA.
Yeah.
We played 3rd graders. 1st graders had to play 3rd graders to end up teams.
Okay.
We've played 1 tournament.
You have jerseys too, probably. You pay for jerseys.
Yeah. We got 2 jerseys, warm-ups, and a back. That's the thing is,
with the package or is that on top of the package?
with that is no. The jerseys and the bag and the warm-ups all come with the $550
Okay.
and paying the coach. Like, I texted the director. Are we recording?
We're recording. For
Potential.
sure.
All
Yeah.
right, well, maybe we'll use this.
Yeah.
Dude, I was pissed because my wife was at a game and she heard like these parents talking about like, like drill session on Tuesday. And Teresa's like, what? Like, I thought we only practice on Wednesdays. Like, oh no, we do a fundamental sessions on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So I hit like the owner or whatever the fuck you would call him. I was like, yo, dude, there's practices on Tuesday. No one told us. He's like, yeah, we do fundamentals. Like, sick. Say less. Like, we'll be there. He's like, all right, it's $20. I was like, $20 a session? He's like, yeah, court dues. And I was like, dude, we paid $550. Let me get this straight. We paid $550. We got a bag, a reversible jersey, warm-ups, 1 practice a week court time. That's it. And then you had to pay a coach because you guys are paying your coaches. He's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, how much does a court cost? Like, what are we doing?
Sports were expensive, dude.
Who gives
it's like
a
$80
shit, dude?
an hour at the Y or whatever.
Yeah.
Or more, or like $45 at the Sports Forum or something like that.
I've come to the conclusion though, it's like we joined this team because they sold us on, better fundamentals, this and that. Like Reagan was like a better player. She was trending that way. She loved it. It's like, all right, there's no what else to do. I couldn't coach him anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like, I'm like, I don't know anything about basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really help you girls anymore. So it's time to go somewhere else. And so we're like, all right, let's do this. Plus, like, parents are like, well, we had other daughters that now they don't have a team because they're really good and they play on all these like tournament teams, but they don't have a home team because we didn't start young with them. Like, they have a core group of girls and we just guest star when someone can't make it. So you got to get on a team early if you're going to be in this circuit. So we're like back to the wall, like, fine, we'll join. Now we don't like it. We're like, okay, now where do we go? Because we were sold like a bill of goods. We're going to be, elite, this and that, yada, yada. All they care about is winning. Like, they care about the look. They want everyone to know that you're on the Kansas Stars. They swag you out with everything,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to win tournaments.
Yeah.
Like, there's almost no fundamentals that happen at practice. There's 1 practice a week for an hour and a half, 20 minutes of fundamentals. The rest of it is like going over plays and press breaks and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like talking to like one of the other dads, because I go into a practice finally. Teresa's like, you should go and check this out. And I was just like, this is wild. And then Teresa was talking to one of the dads like this week. And he's like, yeah, my other daughter, they practice 3 times a week. 1 practice is only fundamentals. The other 2 practices are half fundamentals, half like basketball IQ stuff.
Mm-hmm.
and like night and day, how much better all these girls have gotten.
Mhm.
And like, yeah, that's what needs to happen, dude.
Mm.
I mean, in baseball is the same way. Like baseball, there's like 3 games a week and a tournament on something. Like, when are we going to work on grounding ball? Like,
Mhm.
you got shitty habits because no, you don't have time to take ground balls. Like, if that's the case, I just won't put my kid on a team and hit him ground balls 5 days a week. But you can't do that either. I just like, it has happened. Like, Little League is gone, right? Like, Little League's rec ball, basketball, all that stuff is like, there's nowhere. It's for like the lumpies that don't give a shit about competing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Whereas
either,
like when we were kids, we all wanted to compete, but everyone played Little League.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I played travel ball when I was in like 7th grade.
Mhm.
You know? But there's nowhere, like there's no in between.
there's no in between. It's either
Yes.
easier for complete recreation, for fun, or it's we're winning. That's it.
Right.
And like but as you said about doing press breaks and stuff, if you don't know how to break a press, you will lose every game by a lot.
100%. I
lot.
understand that. Like you do have to go over that stuff.
Mhm.
But like Teresa made a good point. She's like, who gives a shit about breaking the press if they can't make the layup when they get there?
Yeah.
Like who gives a shit about breaking the press when they just travel the whole time?
Here's the thing though, dude. Like, I understand, but if you get a team that will, have you played these like a MIB tournament where they pressing things like that?
Yeah.
So like, if you don't break their press, it doesn't matter if you won't get a chance to make a layup.
No,
You
I understand.
will not get past half court, and they will put 20 points on you. And the only time you'll get out is when after they can't no longer press. They don't.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the rule.
But I understand. I get all of that. That is also a problem.
Agreed. That's the league. That's the problem with the league.
Right.
You should not be.
You shouldn't be allowed.
Agreed. I agree with that.
You shouldn't allow zone defense.
That's
like
what
JJ Redick had a hot great take. He's like
100%.
Like why are we in a zone? Of course. Like how do you break a zone? You pass the ball, right?
Shoot.
How does a 9-year-old pass? Like they can't make more than it's a shit pass. Of course,
outside,
the press.
Of course.
Like
that's what's
but
awesome.
also if you just run man, you're gonna lose every game, and these kids are gonna be like, fuck basketball.
Yes, I know. I know. I coached my son's team. I said I don't play zone defense for the exact reason. It doesn't teach you good basketball fundamentals. Man-to-man defense is the basketball defense. You watch any high-level basketball, they don't play zone because it's not effective. But when you lose every single game because the other team
sucks.
just sits in the lane and they know you can't shoot, right? The reason you don't run zone and when they're older is because they'll shoot you out of it. You can't play zone against Steph Curry.
Especially in today's world.
They'll shoot you out of it so fast, right? But little kids can't shoot. They can't make cross-court passes.
But what's the dude? We need to invent no one would
right?
play in it.
But fun ball is all that,
right?
You
and
can't
that's
do a
what
zone. You can't press.
Teresa and I
last
were
couple
saying
minutes.
like we just need to go play fun ball.
It's just there needs to be maybe a competitive version of fun ball.
So like the fun ball, can't.
Because I will say
maybe levels of fun ball, right? Maybe there should be.
I don't have a problem
tiers.
I don't have a problem with man-to-man press. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah,
because it is still a man-to-man defense. Where the problem I have is they'll trap you, and a little kid most kids cannot handle a trap. You trap them in the corner, GG's.
Yeah,
right. They'll just trap you in the corner. But if you say, hey, man-to-man, you play man-to-man anywhere you want. Because I also don't like when they get the ball and everyone like immediately runs back. Right. You know what I mean? Because like you should be able to be
on
your toes immediately.
Yeah.
So zone. If you just get rid of zone defense, period. So you can't play zone defense in half court, can't play zone defense in the full court, and then everything else is good. Like a man press aren't the ones that destroy you. Like we've seen the presses, and the ones that get you are the diamond where they trap you immediately, trap you in the corner, and they steal it. The man press is you can still make turnovers, but that's still more. It's not as effective.
I'm just so pissed that there's no other option.
Yeah,
dude.
agreed. Yeah, I mean, we're sitting here and like, I've had the same thing with Matt in practice. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go over press break again. But last game, we were 20-0, and we couldn't even get the ball over half court because you know what I mean. So it's like the game is over. You know what I mean? We're 10 minutes in, the game's over. Nobody's having any fun. We're getting destroyed.
Yeah.
Everybody's heads down because we can't break the press. And you're right. I'd rather do other things, but without that, it's over.
Yeah.
You have to be able to do it.
Yeah,
And, like,
I think the same things you're upset about, we've been through, and we're still going through it, but we're kind of past that. But I was pretty upset the first time that we went into MAYB with the boys, and I just hated the fact that everything about the game at that age, you're like 7, 8,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
7, is just exploiting all of the things that they can't do at that age.
Right.
That's all it is.
Right? It's
exactly.
just, here's the portions of the game that will not be translatable
Yeah.
later on, upper middle school and high school.
Yeah.
They'll be gone. You won't do any of them anymore. But we're going to exploit all the facets of the game that these kids can't shoot far, they can't pass far, and they can't dribble that well.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do everything possible to handcuff people. And then the teams that win are the best ones that run your diamond, know.
Half court trap, full court trap.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, you're going through what we went through
dude.
a couple of years ago. You're in that state
like,
where we're like
my gripe with baseball is just like there's just too many games.
Mm.
Like I had multiple parents that I've coached before, like, hey, we're playing like 60 games.
That's
playing
a lot.
8 tournaments. I'm like, you're gonna ruin your kid.
Yeah.
Football, there's nothing really like you can only play so many games. Like football's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling's fine too.
Yeah.
Like wrestling, I feel like has it the best. They practice 3 times a week and play a tournament on Sunday or on Saturday. And the only thing wrong with that is like you have to pay for every tournament. It's only like $30.
Yeah.
So it's like not the end of the world, but you also can like Murphy's going to wrestle 5 tournaments.
Murphy's your son.
Murphy's my son. He's going to wrestle 5 tournaments. When there's like other kids that have wrestled 12 tournaments.
Mm.
It's just like we're not there yet. So you can pick and choose. That's fine. Basketball is just, and I was talking to Reagan, my daughter's old coach is a high school varsity coach here in Wichita. And I was like talking to him like how pissed I was about this stuff. He's like, oh, we're the worst, dude. He's like, Europe, that's why you see all these Europeans are starting to come over. They practice 5 days a week. They play 1 game.
Mm-hmm.
When they're little, the kids play with a littler ball. The hoop is lower, so no one's hip shooting.
Yeah.
He's like,
100% agree.
He's like, I would love to form a league
choir.
like that, but it's like I like basketball. That dude Reagan wants to wrestle.
Yeah.
She like talks about, and I was like,
Yeah.
let's wrestle. And Teresa's anti wrestling.
Yeah.
For reasons I understand.
Yeah.
Like, she would only wrestle girls,
Mm-hmm.
except for like sometimes in practice she might have to like practice against a boy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about her wrestling. At the same time, it's like one of those things. Like she went to one wrestling practice and was like, and then she played like a basketball tournament. She want to wrestle.
So you don't think you'll be back on this team next year?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Is Reagan enjoying it?
Yeah, she loves it.
Okay.
But like, she's not getting. I mean, she's getting better because she's playing better competition, and she's figuring things out. Like she wants to be a baller. So she's like kind of, and she puts in work with her mom, like in the driveway.
Nice.
But like, I don't know. I just think that it could be better. And for what I'm paying, there's no ROI. Like, what's the ROI?
Yeah.
There's none.
I think basketball, like we've coached a lot of sports together. We've coached soccer a little bit, and we've coached football, and we've flag football, and we've coached baseball and basketball. I think at this age, basketball is the hardest sport to play. Because there are specific skills that if you cannot do them, you cannot play the game. And they're like unique to the game. Whereas like soccer, for example, like obviously if you can dribble the soccer ball, that's great. But you don't have to do that when you're a kid. You just kick it right after it and kick it and right after it and kick it.
Soccer does some bullshit too, dude. When Reagan played with
I haven't
Verhainer,
played it higher.
well, like there'd be like a team that just like leaves one dude back the whole game.
Oh yeah.
It's like, dude, that doesn't. What are we just gonna like cherry pick all day?
Yeah.
And they just like
but
one chick that just boots it, like chase it down and score.
Yeah.
But like that's like it's like.
But like Dave's saying, in
YMCA.
soccer, you can luck or accidentally score goals.
Yes.
Versus like basketball, like you don't accidentally.
Yeah, like if you can't dribble, for example, like then your offense is almost shot. You can't do anything.
Right.
And it's very, if you don't practice that specific skill, then you're not going to be able to do it. Shooting also. It's a very specific skill. It's not just like kicking, like not just running, kick it, and then sometimes they'll go into the goal. Where like it's not like any little kid can come and kick the ball, and then eventually, if they're aggressive, they can kick it.
Right.
Into the goal,
I see what you're saying.
right?
I understand.
And like baseball is hitting a baseball is the hardest thing in sports.
Yeah.
At the highest level. At the lower levels, it's not the hardest thing in sports. It's not coming in. It's not coming in fast enough.
Sometimes you get hit right in the head.
Exactly. But I'm saying, like off a machine or even like a young kid pitcher, I would argue that it's not harder. That it's easier than scoring a basketball is at a young age, not the highest.
But
level.
you flip that though in the fielding part. The fielding part is hard.
But also,
I feel like young kid baseball fielding is about want to. Like if you're afraid, you ain't gonna catch shit.
I agree with that.
If you are not afraid and you have shit form, you'll stay in front of the ball and knock it down.
Yeah.
But also a unique thing in basketball that those other things don't have is the amount of decisions you have to make.
That drives me nuts. When I used to help you coach, I would want to blow the whistle every 3 seconds. Be like, why'd you do that?
Yeah, because like in baseball, for example, when you're at the plate, your decision is swing or not swing. That's it. Swing or no swing, right? And then when you're on the bases, there's no decisions. You just listen to your coach, right? There's a little more to it than that. But at the end of the day, your coach will say, run, stop. No decisions.
Yeah.
Or very few decisions. In football, the play stops. They tell you, go here, do this. Reset.
Yeah.
Play stops, right? Also in basketball, you can turn the ball over all the time and everybody can do it. In football, most of the players in the field, 10 players in the field cannot commit a turnover, right? Because only one guy has it in the play. In
wrestling, there's a lot of decisions. I've noticed. Like I've been away from wrestling for a long time.
I've never done wrestling, so I don't have any.
Yeah.
I don't have any input.
But
on that one.
I would argue though in baseball, on the defensive side, it's not decision. Well, there's decisions involved that you have to make quickly and know
but
situational.
You can think of ahead of time though.
Yeah, you can't think of it ahead of time. However, at a young age though, you have to get an out. 3 things have to happen every single time for you to be able to get an. You know how hard it was for us to get an out, right?
Yeah,
catch, throw, catch. Sure.
Yeah, those 3 things have to happen. Doesn't sound like a lot, right? You watch the pros and you're like, yeah, that's just like that's clockwork for them. But at the younger age, I mean, you're like, oh shit, he fielded it.
But nobody's trying
awesome, great field. Okay, is the throw going to be there?
Yeah.
No. Is the catch going to be there if the field and the throw was good? Probably not. But those 3 things, man, and you're like, and then when the times when those 3 things happen, you're like, holy shit.
But also, nobody's stopping you.
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to prevent you from catching the ball.
But it just goes back to those.
Prevent you from throwing the ball.
But it goes back to those skills, though. I mean, it's because a wide open fast break layup.
You have to dribble. Every single dribble has to be right. So that's not just 3 things. Every single dribble can't be off your foot. Every single one. Any of those are wrong, it's off your foot. It's out of bounds. You have to pick it up correctly. You have to shoot and score correctly. I mean, there's a lot of things that have to go right.
But it's the skills.
And there's somebody guarding you.
Yeah.
Right? Most of the time, there's somebody in your face stopping you from doing those things.
Yeah.
So even if you are great at layups, you can make a layup every single time.
I mean, we don't got to beat the dead horse. I agree with you. Like basketball.
I miss like,
no, but
argument.
I do agree. Like basketball by far is the hardest sport right now for you. I mean, it just is. It pisses me off watching it, dude. I'll get pissed.
But well, I think that's one of the reasons why it's like people just get competitive or not at all. There's no middle ground because of like to put in the effort to get good at basketball. There's all these things we have to do, and we have a couple of practices a week. And if we don't do them, we can't even compete.
Yeah.
Whereas like in baseball, especially at a young age, it's really like who's better pitching, period. Right? Because you can score points in baseball at this age, literally doing nothing.
Runs.
Right? What?
Runs.
You can score runs in baseball, right? You sit up there, do nothing, don't swing,
walk,
run. Any kid that ever existed could do that.
Yeah.
Right. There's literally no skills at all. You just hold bat, and we played teams that didn't swing.
Right.
And they just walked around the bases. In basketball, there's none of that.
Dave's talking hella shit to him too.
I was, bro. Like, but I guess the point is,
passive
in
aggressive
basketball, there is never, there's nothing. You don't get points for free ever. Even on a free throw, you still have to shoot and make it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So like, there's no like consolation prize just for like. So you have to have the basic skill to even do anything. In the game.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you in general with youth sports. I think the frustrating part is from an early age, and it's not the kids, it's just whoever the parents are. And I think both of you guys were always good at, and I tried to keep that same mindset too when I'm coaching, is like, one, these kids got to enjoy this. You got to give them the opportunity to fall in love with the sport. So they got to have fun, right? You got to make it fun. And then 2, your will to win cannot be higher than your will to teach the game. And that's where I would always get upset. I know you would too, where these people just exploit stupid rules. Like even the girls like T-ball, right? Last year. It's like, hey, I'm gonna go get the pitch. I'm gonna go get my best player, my fastest player is gonna be at the pitching area.
Just to race to first base.
And then she's gonna run over to first, right? And that would piss me off because I'm like, dude,
not even throw it.
Yeah, like
because throwing it's more risky, way more risky.
Yeah, and it pissed me off because the coach is telling him to do that. This team's winning all the games and everything, and you're doing nothing that replicates the actual sport. That's like that's a 2% of the time you're actually getting the ball on the mound and running it over there.
It's a prisoner's dilemma though, right? It's like
100%.
Who's the one?
That's why I'm so pissed.
Yeah, who's the one? Like, okay, I'm gonna stand up for my principles and lose every single game.
Yeah.
And every kid doesn't want to come back because we're getting
and
murdered.
The parents don't want to come back. And
the team that's winning, that's doing all the exploits, are winning. The kids are loving it. The kids don't. That's another thing. Kids don't understand. If they're winning, all they see is them winning. They don't care that they walked around the bases. They don't care about that.
Right.
They don't care they walked the whole game. They don't care that they ran the first. Right. They don't care about any of that. They say, we won this game, period. Don't care. Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Right. And they losing the game, they don't care. Like, well, at least we played with integrity, coach. No, we got whooped.
I know.
You know what I mean?
It's a very...
You know what's wild that I was thinking about? I don't know. Basketball is like on the same par. I'd be curious to see what the numbers are. But like youth baseball, travel baseball, like it's like we basically had to form our own club team 2 years ago when our kids were 7 years old, because there was no other option. Like, I guess we'll form a quote unquote club team. We'll coach it and we'll just play baseball how we think. So how many club teams are out there in our division? What last year there was like 38 teams?
Dude, there's so many.
So you multiply, dude, that's one league.
Yeah.
There's like 2 or 3 or 4 leagues around Wichita, probably, maybe even more if you count like the suburbs like Derby and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All these kids are trophy hunting and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How many are going to play high school baseball?
Yeah.
There's 6, maybe on a big team, 20, 25 kids on a high school baseball team.
Yeah.
So like, it's all fucked anyways. Can we just go back to the drawing board and be like, all right, let's fix how this works?
And yeah, most of these kids aren't going to play in high school, and even less are going to play in college. So let's just make them have a good time. Like let's make it the best experience for them right now. They're going to get better, right? They're going to get better. They're going to like the game. They're going to have a good time.
Because there's no option.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what kills me.
Yeah.
And that's the part too that sucks, is because like, hey, I want to be the guy. I want you guys to go have fun. I want you guys to develop these friendships and things. And I want to teach the game.
Yeah.
And then we go out and we get beat by 20.
Yeah.
And then it's like
20, 30, 40, 50. You lost by 50 points.
And and you're like, all right, well, that wasn't fun for me.
Yeah.
Every kid's head's down.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the first inning, first quarter, whatever we're in.
I hate losing.
Well, that's the thing. Like, and also in basketball, they don't help you out. Right. In baseball, at least at young ages, they can only score 5 runs.
Yeah.
Then they stop you and make you switch. There's nothing like that.
There's no like, hey, stop pressing.
There's no pressing. You're right. They'll stop pressing if they're 20 points down.
Yeah.
But that's it, right? If they're that much better than you, they're going to keep scoring. And you just keep getting the ball out the net when you're down by 50, right? There's no like, all right, let's stop. I guess there's nothing you could do. There's no innings.
Yeah, that sucks.
And it's just like, it wears. It wears quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, okay, I got to prevent this. Next practice, we got to figure out something. Yeah,
Now you're lacking fundamentals because you got to figure something out.
Like, okay, well, we got to play zone too, because if we don't play zone, then
let's move on, dude. I'm gonna start.
You feel better or worse?
No, I feel worse.
We're going to go into top 5. All right, so for this week's top 5, it's going to be, just start off with the one that was easier for us. Everyone knows we're going to do top 5 sports teams. So we all have a top 5 list that we're going to share about sports teams, any league, any age.
I can't wait.
So
I can't wait.
Matt, you want to go first? Number 5. What's your number 5?
Hey, let's go snake draft.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
Number 5 sports team.
Since this was very, very general, My number 5, I'm going with the Titans, but not the Tennessee Titans. I'm going with the Titans of the T.C. Williams High School.
I like it.
Remember the Titans.
I like it.
Top
What?
5 team.
Number 5.
No,
huh?
bro, that
Dave.
does not count.
Dave, you didn't
What
say.
are you talking
Dude,
about?
You didn't
bro?
say. You just said top 5 teams of all time.
I love
You
it.
didn't say fiction, nonfiction.
I love it.
That's what I'm going with.
Okay,
man.
all right.
All right.
Yes, that's a great
bro.
movie.
Yes.
Denzel Washington.
They won the state title.
Uh-huh.
While winning the state title, they defeated racism.
They
also.
did. They actually
Okay.
ended racism. You know, they put in
Yeah.
the end zones in the NFL. They did it.
Yeah, they
It's
started it. They started it. Yep.
we
Dude,
beat it.
As I was looking
that's
some
a
of these
great
up,
movie.
though, I do want to say the final play of that game, because it just sounds awesome, was the fake 23 blast with a backside George reverse. Yeah. Old Rev came in.
Rev.
Rev came in. Do you see those blocks downfield, though?
Yeah.
Woo!
Shot. Yeah.
Dude,
That's
he
funny.
was.
I like it, dude.
Yeah.
That's a great
That's
5. dude.
hilarious,
That's a
dude.
great
Okay.
5.
I knew Dave was going to hate it.
Everywhere we
D-
go, people want to know.
If Dave didn't like yours, he's going to hate
Oh
mine,
my
dude.
gosh, dude. That is wild.
I can't wait, dude. Yes, Hainer.
So, yeah.
All right.
So, one thing about me is like, I don't have a lot of like favorites, right? I have a few things. If something's like a favorite for me, it's way above.
Okay.
So, like the top 2 or 3 was pretty easy, but then it like drops way off for me.
All right. So what is
So, my number 5 is the Pittsburgh Pirates
Okay.
and for baseball.
Yeah. They're
So,
trash.
they are awful.
Everyone hates
They're
them.
awful. They have
Like the fans hate the ownership.
dude, yeah, they have O'Neal Cruz, who's a shortstop, who's like throwing like 95 mile an hour
Gas.
infield throws.
Not even, no,
Like
bro. Like
crazy.
I think he got clocked at like 106.
Crazy throws. He's a great, and then Paul Keen's the pitcher, the rookie last
He's
year.
nasty. He's
He's
nasty.
a beast.
Did you see that kid turn down their offer for his card?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was the dumbest offer. They had his rookie card.
Uh-huh.
The Pirates wanted it
Oh,
for what, and there's some value too or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, the Pirates offered whoever got the card.
Yeah.
They offered him. It was like 25 seasons worth of like tickets behind home plate.
like nah, fam. I'm
Yeah,
good.
they did that. Some
Because
Pirates.
they're behind the plate tickets are like $8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
But it was like Pirates merch and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
oh, you could play a softball game in the stadium with your friends.
That'd be
all
cool.
this stuff.
That'd
Yeah.
be that'd be tight.
So,
But not worth that.
so
but
the only
that's cool.
problem-
Smart kid. Smart
so
kid.
the only problem with this, the kid who had that card or who got the card lives in Los Angeles. So
Yeah.
not of value.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Another your ownership sucks.
If they actually wanted it, they should like
Hey, what was
give
the-
them $10,000 or something like that.
Yes.
And
What was the black dude's name? CJ McCutcheons? He had dreads, dude.
Oh, yeah.
He was sick.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
were like high school, college, watching him.
yeah.
Barry Bonds used to play for the Pirates.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Before.
Pre
Pretty skinny
Yeah,
Barry.
That was Skinny Berry.
and
Skinny
small,
Berry on the
small-headed
Pirates. dude.
Barry. Small-headed Barry.
yeah.
Skinny
so
Berry on the Pirates was money.
back when we were coaching baseball, I was like, I wanted to get a hat. So I got a Pirates hat. Like that's just one of the teams that I chose. So I was like, I started following them. I try to follow them. There's so many games in baseball. It's so hard to keep up
Dude,
with.
baseball sucks on TV. My dad won't miss an LA Dodgers game. He's
Really?
want to come over and watch the Dodgers?
Yeah.
Not a chance.
Yeah.
I
That-
love baseball. Not a chance.
That's what number 5. It was I had to really dig for that one. Like I'm not a major Pirates fan, but
Okay.
I had
I'm
to
with
dig
it.
for a 5.
I too chose the baseball team.
Okay.
Ish. Savannah Bananas.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Okay.
Number
Yes.
5,
Number
Savannah
5.
Bananas. Adding
Love
a
it.
spin on the game.
Yes. Beautiful.
Low ticket prices ish. I guess they're getting a little
They're
popular,
sold out,
right?
man.
Yeah.
They're hard to get.
I think that's like a pretty sick way
Nice.
to do things. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Savannah Bananas was my number 5.
I like that.
All right, number 4. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Albuquerque Isotopes.
That's a
Trip-
minor league.
AAA.
Yeah.
Minor league team. My
Dude.
Yeah.
hometown. Named after the Simpsons.
Yes.
Baseball team
Really?
was the Isotopes. They
Okay.
I got like special rights to play like Simpsons clips. The baseball field was called the Lab.
Nice.
Isotopes.
Really?
The Lab. It was
Ah.
sick. And actually, the Winsurge Stadium here in Wichita,
Yeah. Yeah.
they like designed their shit after.
After the Astros.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess like the Isotopes when they built it was like
Yeah.
cutting edge every.
Okay.
So like
Yeah.
it's a smaller version of Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Dude,
Nice.
I love me some minor league teams Just the atmosphere, the names,
the trash pandas,
the hats.
Yes, all of the above.
Everything, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
Nice.
Dave.
That's a good pick. That's
Thank
a good
you.
pick. I like that one. I like that one.
You're gonna hate my list later, but
Dude, that's funny. Yeah. I took it way more. I took it way more literal. So my number 4 is I had to go across the pond for this one. So my number 4
you know it.
is
You know it.
Chelsea FC. Chelsea FC. So back when I was playing back in college, I got FIFA. I started playing FIFA, and it's I think it's the best sports game. I do think I like it.
FIFA was dope. Did you ever play hockey though? The NHL game?
Not really.
Basically like FIFA but smaller.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, FIFA was dope.
So I didn't really know anything about soccer or Premier League or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I chose like a better team, and my wife now, girlfriend at the time, name is Chelsea. That's literally why I picked it. So that's why. And I started watching them on TV. I get up and watching them in the mornings.
For real?
Yeah.
You were committed. Dude.
I was. Yeah. I watched they sometimes they play at
Did you wear
7
like
a.m.
the dumbass sashes that they wear?
They had like scarves.
Yeah.
Chelsea, we went to a game. They do like a tour, and Chelsea and I went to a game. It was in Bank of America Stadium in North Carolina. They played against PSG, which is another European soccer team. So Chelsea FC, the Blues.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Okay.
Good.
I like it.
I'm not a huge fan of that pick.
All right.
This is like a legitimate team that exists.
Number 4 favorite sports team. It'll get better. All right. I'm going with the Toon Squad.
Oh my!
Space Jam.
I like it, dude.
Yeah.
I like it, dude.
Great team, dude. Michael Jordan was on that team.
Yes. Dude.
Yeah. You know what
Michael
I mean?
Jordan
and
Magic
LeBron
is-
James. And LeBron James.
Yeah,
Legends.
not my Toon Squad.
Legends.
Not my Toon Squad, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, they're down by 30 at one point in that game. I went back and
You
looked.
did
Did
some research?
Remember said it said something like the scoreboard broke, and it was like a lot or something like too many points, something like that.
Yeah.
Like words.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was great, dude. I mean, there was a lot of we kind of glossed over the Monstars were enslaved. You know, they were enslaved people
That's true.
out there on the courts.
That's
We
true.
kind of glossed over that.
All
history
right,
book.
dude.
But
This
they
is
were-
not a political
They were free
podcast.
though. They were
Get the
free.
hell out of here.
Afterwards,
Yeah,
yeah, the Toon Squad helped them out get free.
they did. They're like, wait, listen to this guy.
Yeah.
They're like, he's bigger. They may used to be like, oh yeah, and they put him in the rocket.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
So
Good.
my
Back
turn
to you.
again.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Snake
All
trap.
right.
Number 3.
All right. Number 3 favorite sports team, the Big Green.
With the goat? Is that the one with the goat?
Bro, what is that?
And they pay the Pirates.
That fat kid with red hair with the
From
freckles.
Sandlot.
Yes. dude.
What is
I
this?
remember that one. I used to like
is this
that
a
was like the
movie?
only soccer movie I liked.
You've never
Oh,
seen
he's
the
always
Big Green?
like this.
Uh-huh.
He's like in the goal, like the cover of the goal. He's like he hit with the ball. Cover
So
the
he's
movie.
the dude in the goalie, like he at first he's like super scared or whatever. Then he like envisions every time like people doing different, like whatever team he's playing, he envisions them like come like they're playing the Knights,
The
and
Big
he's picturing
Green.
a guy
Yeah.
on a horse
What?
with the
Yeah.
Knights
Yeah.
jousting. He's coming at him.
Yeah, I remember this. I mean, I wasn't like a fan of that
Yeah.
movie per se, but I definitely remember.
This is what I was doing.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
see. Let me
Yeah.
see.
This one.
Bah.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
what
that
I was
kid.
doing. He's like hit by the ball on the
great
cover.
band.
Okay,
Bambino.
that's what you were doing.
It's the
Yeah,
great
dude.
Bambino.
Yeah. Wow.
Great,
All right, Dave.
great team.
Dude, this is all right. I
Dave.
gotta get you real specific on my when I say top 10 or top 5, bro. Wow, craziness. Okay, what number are we on? 3.
Mhm.
3. Number 3. This is where it gets easier. Number 3 is K-State, Kansas State University basketball.
Basketball.
Simple. Yep. I am a
In
K-State
the Octagon of Doom, dude.
Octagon
hey,
of Doom.
EPAW. Hey,
Brandlage.
EPAW, dude. EPAW.
Mhm.
How dare you?
Every person a Wildcat, dude.
Every
Mhm.
man a Wildcat.
Let's be
EMAW.
woke. Let's be woke, dude.
No,
Come
that's,
on.
that's nonsense.
Come on.
Yep, I am alumnus of Kansas State University. So K-State basketball is definitely. I still watch it. We still watch it when we can. I think they're playing KU actually this weekend. So
Have you ever been to the Circle of Legends room or whatever in the Octagon of Doom?
I haven't. I haven't.
I have.
I think that
Pretty sick.
We just beat Iowa State
nice.
at Iowa State, the number 3 team in the country.
That's big.
Yeah,
That's big.
and
They-
we're not good. We lost to some not good teams.
WSU. They
lost
lost to
some-
WSU this year.
Yeah, who lost to like a freaking Division 2 team.
Yeah, they lost to the
Kangaroos.
the Kansas City Roos.
The Kangaroos.
The Ruse.
So we
Yeah.
lose to WSU, and then we beat the number 3 team in the country at their place, and they haven't lost there in 3 years.
Bro, Teresa played the
So-
Ruse when she was in
She
college.
did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's what I'm
never
saying.
even heard of them until
Yes,
this year, dude.
bro.
And my
That's what
team
I'm
lost
saying.
to them.
Trash.
Yeah.
Like, they lost to a team that's mascot is the kangaroo.
I mean, that's a pretty dope mascot.
I mean, their mascot's a.
You don't think the kangaroos are dope?
So.
That's better. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, shock of wheat.
I don't hate it.
I love their stuff.
I mean, that mascot is cool.
Yeah, I like
shock of wheat.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the shocker, man.
No,
what other team has that?
This is WSU.
So
it's not that. No,
I gotta put my thumb out.
It's a W. It's a W. W.
Yeah, but this is the shocker.
That's not a W. That's not a W though.
What's this thumb doing when you're giving the shocker?
Representing WSU. That's what it's doing.
It's the guide.
It's
like the sight.
How dare you, dude?
You gotta aim it.
How dare you, dude?
That's funny.
All right.
Anyway, my number 3.
Staring down the barrel right
Kansas
now.
State University basketball.
Very good. My number 3, the Albuquerque Dukes.
Oh, we're
The
back.
Dukes.
The original AAA team. My childhood.
Yeah. Nice.
The Dukes were their affiliate, AAA affiliate of the Dodgers. So I got to see a bunch of like Dodgers float up and down on injury details and whatnot, rehab assignments.
Mm-hmm.
Got to see a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
And it was an old shitbox ballpark. They used to let you bring your own coolers in.
Really?
Yes, I vividly remember like my pops would like throw like a layer of beer down, then ice, then like Cokes and sandwiches, and they go, and like the people at the gate, they don't give a shit.
Yeah,
They're just like tight. It was dope. And then
Dukes.
And then the Dukes, I think the owner died.
Okay.
And then like someone came in, and so we didn't have baseball for a couple of years, and like new ownership came in, and that's where the Isotopes were. But the Dukes were
the OG.
The OGs.
The OG Albert.
Named my son's first base t-ball team after the Dukes.
I remember that.
Our kids were on that.
That's right. Your boys were on the Dukes, dude.
Got the hat.
Yeah, I do
That's
too.
right.
That's awesome. The Dukes.
All
Okay,
right.
that was your 3. So on to number 2.
Dude, Dave's gonna hate this, dude. Number 2, the Albuquerque Thunder.
We're back to Al.
Yeah, bro.
They have a Thunder?
It was my Connie Mack team when I was, it was like a senior and freshman, senior in high school, freshman in college team.
Mm-hmm.
And it was put together by a guy who was basically just like, it was like an all-star team of kids who were going to be going to college. Like you already were signed to go play baseball
Like
somewhere.
a prep.
Yeah. Well, like you're going. So like he put like all the best players in Albuquerque on a team and like, let's just roll around throughout the state. I'll coach all you idiots. Like basically just like supervise us and make sure we didn't like light hotel rooms on fire and stuff. And I was on that team as a sophomore in high school. So it was a lot of my baseball knowledge, like chewing tobacco, wild stuff. I'm still amazed that like my parents, like they would just like turn me loose. Like there's like another kid on my high school that was on this team. And they'd be like, yeah, we're going to go up to Farmington this weekend. Hey mom, I'm riding with Letty. They'd be like, all right, see you later. Here's $50. Like looking back on it now, I'm like, no way I'm doing it. It's like the stuff I did and the stuff I saw was wild, but it was the most fun I ever had playing baseball in my life.
Yeah.
Like even I came back from my freshman year. I'm done playing baseball. Like I'm focusing on football. My career's over. I was still a salty baseball player.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I went to the coach and I was like, can I please play? He's like, dude, this is for like college prospects and college signings only. I just want to play one more season.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, go ahead. Wood Bat League, like met dudes from all over the state. It was a blast. And playing like some very, very high level baseball. So it was a lot of fun.
This is the team you played for.
I was on the team as a sophomore in high school. I was like the youngest kid on the I was like, dude, we got like freshmen in college, and I'm like in the back seat.
Yeah.
We're gonna do what?
Yeah.
All right, let's go, guys. Like, yeah.
Interesting.
It was a blast. Like the experiences off the field.
Yeah.
And like what I learned on the field.
Yeah.
Like I watched a kid, he went pro. He got called out on a strike 3, had a big old chaw in while we're playing, which is illegal. Like no one cared. It was like big boy baseball.
Sure.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? And just spits all over the plate, just like a massive. And I remember thinking like, that is so cool.
Oh my God.
Ejected him, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'll never forget it. Yeah.
Adios.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't hate that. I don't hate that pick.
Okay.
These are real teams. So I'm cool. I'm fine with that.
But you don't like the.
Exactly.
I see where you're going.
What we
I thought you were mad because they weren't like college or pro. But
No.
yeah.
No,
You're right. You know what? Hayner's teams suck, dude.
No, like, I mean, honestly, like, I said favorite teams. I didn't specify. I was thinking, like, teams you root for.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm
Dude,
fine.
I was
with it.
rooting for the Toon Squad the whole time.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah.
All right.
That's number 2. What
That's
was
my
it?
number
What was it
2.
again? What was the name of it
The
again?
Albuquerque Thunder.
Albuquerque Thunder.
Okay.
Nice.
Shit jerseys too. Just like a mesh, like piece of shit. Just like because you didn't pay anything. It was like a rich dentist. Like every year would like buy everyone jerseys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a piece of jerseys. Show up and play ball.
Nice.
Sweet.
There you go.
Yeah. So, nice. My number 2, not super unique. It's sticking with Kansas State, and that is football. K-State football is number 2. We've historically been better. Well, at least in my time I've been at K-State, we've been better at football. Go to a bowl game almost every year. Never really take that next step to the next level. But
you guys were OU killers.
We were.
OU was really good.
When they were the last few years in the Big 12, like, I don't know what it was. We had
I was at both of those games.
We just had the number.
I love watching your quarterback in the national championship this year. It was awesome.
Oh yeah,
Did
Will
you
Howard? Yeah, that's right.
Did you root for him?
I did.
No, dude.
I
was gonna say, as a fan, do you root for that, or are you pissed about that?
I mean, we basically told him. We basically were like, hey, like,
we're moving on.
Avery's the future.
Yeah,
and Avery Johnson's the future, and he's like, okay, and no hard feelings, and he just went to another team and won the national championship.
They broke him off.
That's
too,
so
dude.
crazy, dude.
He made hella money.
That's wild.
However, I was a Will Howard hater because I thought he was trash at K-State. Turns out maybe the receivers were trash.
Bad system, talent around him. I don't know. So
it wasn't. Okay, hold on. Not bad system.
Okay,
but not
maybe
even
a system
close
that
to the
best
talent.
suit his.
Not even close to the talent.
Yeah,
not even close.
I mean that receiver. What's his name? Smith or something? Von Smith. Something.
See how defensive Dave got? Whoa.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe a system that didn't suit his skill sets to his max potential.
No, but I mean,
he was not as good as this year. Like he never showed that at K-State. I don't think.
Nah, but you're right in that we're not blowing the top off defenses. Like that's never been our style. You know what I mean? Like we never have those dudes who are just like go.
Is he a Kansas boy? Is he from here?
I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah,
good for him.
No, I have no problem. We're talking about Will Howard.
I also hate Ohio State
coach. Was the starting quarterback for Ohio State.
I was wondering what the K-Staters were what emotions they were feeling.
That's how I felt.
I heard it both ways.
I was kind of blown up. I was kind of like surreal almost. Like this is our quarterback for 3 years or whatever it was, and now he's like winning the championship. That's wild.
But he also had a couple trash games, and I was like, "That's the Will Howard."
He had a couple games where he like made a big mistake that lost. Like I remember one he like didn't get down early enough, and it ran out of time. Mm-hmm. I remember that was a game. Maybe it was against. It might have been against Oregon actually when they lost to Oregon.
Yeah,
might have been.
Yeah.
I can't remember specifically, but they blew him out. But anyway, yeah. So that was my number 2, which is Kansas State University football.
Okay. Number 1 or no.
Number 2. You got 2 first.
That's USD 259.
All right. See if I can upset Dave with this one. We're going to go with the Little Giants.
I love that movie. I love that movie, but
use this for accident and gesture.
It's crazy. The annexation of Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
standing around, butts.
So they actually, I didn't remember this.
Spike don't care. Spike don't play with girls.
Spike chin-ups.
Yeah.
Drop back, give me 20.
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't remember this way until doing some research for the pod on this, but I didn't know they won the game off the annexation of Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
99-yarder, dude, with time expiring.
Yeah, he's like breathing hard. He's like running down the field. Yeah. And he throws it back.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. I remember the play and the name. I didn't know they won the game off that.
Yeah.
Had a peanut butter jelly sandwich in his helmet.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. Crunchy. Yeah, the very first scene of that still makes me laugh, dude. He had chips in his helmet. Yeah, Cheetos. Crunchy or puff. Wimp.
Yeah, that's a great movie. That's a great movie, but it's a wild pick. I still think your list is insane.
Well, Dave,
but
maybe
I don't hate it.
On the Google Doc, you're gonna have to refine the rules.
You're right. I gotta be way more specific.
I think we're gonna break the rules every week. Now that we know this,
that's true.
You're host.
That's true.
He might redeem himself with number 1.
That's true. And speaking of, so that was your number 2.
Yeah,
The Little Giants.
Yeah,
from the movie The Little Giants.
Okay, all right. So number 1.
Number 1.
Do you think you can guess?
Yes, I do.
And going in a line with where I'm tracking.
I mean, no. Well,
The Water Boys team, whatever that was.
That's a
The Bulldogs
that's a
or whatever,
decent
yeah.
guess. When I say it, you're gonna be like, yeah, that's a no-brainer with the tracking that I'm going down.
No, I don't know.
All right, number 1, the Mighty Ducks,
Quack, quack,
greatest
quack,
all time, dude.
quack.
Yeah,
Dude, Mighty Ducks was sick.
it changed a generation, man.
The first, I think they got. I think
You should have said
No.
the Jamaican bobsled team, dude.
No, so we're gonna go.
That's what you should have said.
I thought about that one. No, but I will say number 1 and number 2 were the really good ones.
okay.
Number 3, when they went to high school,
Yeah.
not so much.
Yeah.
Because they,
When they played in the prep academy,
yeah,
I think that's pretty sick.
Didn't they play in like the
There was still-
Olympic or
And
something?
like
in
Daphne, the
number 2?
goalie, was
that's still one of my all-time favorite memes too. Is when the guy laying in the bed next to his wife, and she's
Yeah.
like, he's probably thinking of other women.
Yeah.
And he's like, and the dude's like, how in the hell did they go from beating Iceland in the Junior Olympics,
Yeah.
and then the next year they couldn't even make their damn varsity high school
yeah,
team?
dude, that's wild. That's funny. Okay.
Yeah.
Mighty
Number
Ducks.
1, dude, Mighty Ducks.
I like that pick. That's the best. And sick
Oh yeah, I got it.
all time.
I have a jersey, dude, in my closet right now. The Mighty
Do
Ducks.
you ever wear it?
Oh, I try to. I try to break it out when I can.
Your wife shut it
I
down.
love it, dude. I spent like $75 on it, but it
Yeah?
was worth it.
That's a wild.
That's funny.
Was it worth it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a sick jersey.
yeah. Dude, seriously, when I'm in my closet and I move some shirts around or whatever, it's over here on the side. When I see it, it gives me flutter. I'm like, oh.
That's funny.
It makes me smile. That's fine.
So you're number 1.
I'm
the Mighty
gay for
Ducks.
the Ducks.
Okay, so yeah, I took this list completely different, but I don't hate it. Like
Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, he's gonna go K-State baseball.
yeah,
K-State
Yeah,
gymnastics.
I took this list completely different. You did it differently, and you did it way differently too. So that's funny. So, but yeah, my number 1. I wore this hat because it's not super obvious, but easily not even close, far away above anything else that I cheer for. Pittsburgh Steelers easily.
Yeah.
Like my dad's from Pittsburgh, grew up watching the Steelers. When I came into my own, like watching football, they were winning Super Bowls. So it was like the timing was just like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't care before then. When I started to care, they were winning. And my
Yeah.
dad was a big fan. So it's like, it just kind of meshed.
Yeah.
And this is not a brag, but it's the truth. Like they lose, it ruins my day. Like I'm a major fan. Like I do not like,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
I wouldn't brag about that.
I'm not bragging at all.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you that's my level.
That's
like,
your
I'm
passion.
a big
level.
fan.
Yeah.
I've never understood that. I had a roommate in college with the Cardinals.
Mm.
Talk about insane. St. Louis Cardinals baseball.
Wow.
Like,
A lot of games.
I'd be like, Pootie, we got 160 of these left. You're gonna do
Wow.
this every
Yeah.
Tuesday and Thursday?
It's baseball, bro. They could lose 20 in a row and still
It's probably
be
an
in the
exaggeration
running.
to say my whole day, but like I'm not happy when they lose for sure.
I've been with you.
For sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Like you analyze, you talk out loud to yourself analyzing.
100% for at least like 30 minutes.
Well, like I was there, so you were talking to me, but I just like go.
Yeah, like 30 minutes at least. 30 minutes probably for sure. I'm like not happy.
At least
And
you're
I'm
not
like, all right,
Pulling
that's
your
fine.
TV off the wall and breaking it.
True. I've never done
Those are
that.
some of my favorite videos,
I've never
man.
done that. No,
Yeah,
never done that.
I love the Chiefs, but like if they lose, like yeah. I will analyze. I'll be like, ooh,
Yeah.
can't get sports.
Yeah.
Not proud of it, but I'm telling you, it's being truth.
No,
Speaking the truth.
that is commitment and a great franchise, great colors.
Yeah, I agree. Great
I
guy.
think they should come up with some alternates like black on black.
Uh-oh.
we have that.
Oh, you do?
The color rush jersey's all black.
That doesn't count.
Oh.
Everyone has like a color.
What about what would be because I've
Do
never
you like
really
the bumblebee throwbacks or whatever
I
they
don't.
call it?
I don't like it. It's like striped, black
The
and
rugby
yellow, and
style
like
numbers.
They're like a brown pale.
Yeah.
I don't love it.
I'm trying to think of if they wear like alternative helmets.
They've done it before. You've had a yellow helmet.
Yellow, okay.
Mm-hmm. I
Have
didn't.
they ever
I
had
didn't
white?
love those.
White would be kind of
I
dope.
think we did have white. I want to say we did have white
Yeah.
at one point. But yeah, Steelers fan. We've been mediocre for a long, long time, but that's where we are.
All right, number one.
Number 1.
Again, Albuquerque team. The El Dorado Eagles.
Okay.
This is the Yaffle team I grew up playing. Fell
Okay.
in love with football, playing from Pee-wees all
Mhm.
the way up to like in Albuquerque, they do it by high school district. So like
Yeah.
whatever district you live in, that's the name of your team. from the age, here till you get to high school. We were the El Dorado Eagles. As much as I hate Texas, El Dorado's colors were burnt orange and white.
Mhm.
Nasty color scheme. As much as I hate Texas, I love that color scheme.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, it was sick. My first ever jersey number was 13. Kept that, like, that's my favorite number.
Mhm.
Fell in love with the sport. My pops coached me. My uncle coached me. My grandpa coached me.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. It's just,
Yeah.
that's by far, because I was thinking, like, the Chiefs is,
Yeah.
El Dorado Eagles. I could still, I could rip off the names of the kids who did what,
Mhm.
certain plays still sometimes,
Mhm.
like, I think of certain things.
Sure.
You know what's wild? Is a lot of, my football memories is bad shit. Like, plays that I failed.
Oh,
I think it's some human nature in that. Like,
Yeah.
remember negativity more than positivity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I'm not
Same.
a psychopath.
I mean,
think
no,
it's
I could-
bad at all.
I could think of 3 terrible things I did in sports.
Yeah, I can think of
this
specifically.
day.
I remember I remember that. If I didn't do that, we could have won. Or
Yeah.
if I made this mistake.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
they stay
that's
with you.
100%.
my dad is 62. He's like, I still remember I dropped the interception right through my hands, and he's like, yeah, I remember his game. He'll tell you the time, he'll tell you the players, he'll tell you the team. He's like, end of the game, interception went right through my hands. The receiver caught it. Caught for a
Dang,
touchdown.
Good.
I can-
Good.
You know
good.
what I mean?
I thought it was
So-
psychopath.
Talking
I mean,
to
that's
bro-
50 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna
He's
use
still
that. I'm gonna use that to roast your dad sometime.
Oh, yeah.
Next time I see your dad, hey, what's up, stone hands?
Yeah. Hey, don't give this guy any popcorn.
Hey, catch Dave.
That's funny. So what was that again?
El Dorado Eagle.
That's funny.
All right.
And not to be confused out here, the city of El Dorado.
Ah,
Mm.
yeah. Okay.
I don't know who did that.
El Dorado.
Unless
That's the city of
you're
gold,
local,
dude.
you're not going to know either of those places probably.
I don't care.
Yeah.
It's in my heart. Number one in my heart.
That's funny. No, it's funny. I like how this went. It's funny because I did not think that way at all. Like that didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah.
So you're thinking like hometown teams, most of them. All your teams are fantasy or like teams that were in North Carolina in the
Movies
70s
from
or
the
whatever.
90s.
Yeah. That's funny. So like my thought process was like, okay, let's we can tell the audience like who we're rooting for, like
Oh,
what
yeah,
our teams
yeah.
are. So like you're like, oh, calling like this
Yeah.
team. It's like
Yeah.
who would that be? Who are the teams you would root for on Saturday or Sunday or any sport?
Chiefs,
Kansas City Chiefs,
OU. When OU's not
Oklahoma
playing,
football, Oklahoma football.
I don't watch any other sports.
So
I don't watch basketball. I mean, I watch March Madness.
sure,
I gamble a lot on March
but those are
Madness.
the teams you follow.
Yeah. I follow the
Mhm.
Chiefs. I follow OU football. I don't follow K-State football ish. I mean, some, but like my whole wife's
If it's on,
my wife's family all went to K-State. She had a scholarship to K-State to row.
Mm-hmm.
Chose Benedictine,
Mhm.
and like K-State actually, like in like my past career, like I signed contracts with K-State and sold them stuff. So like
Mhm.
I still tell people K-State is the only university that has ever put money in my pocket.
Yeah, there you go.
Therefore, like when OU's not playing them,
Sure.
like I'll cheer for. Like I hope K-State does.
Fair enough.
Nice.
So yeah, big Oklahoma Sooners football in Kansas City.
Yep.
Gotcha. And you are a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, the 2 teams or sports that I follow. Dallas Cowboys,
Mhm.
and then Wichita.
Would you say you're like a tier 2 Cowboys fan though?
What does that mean?
Like you're not like the like you don't catch every game, or like if you have something
Oh.
going on, you're
Yeah.
okay with missing.
Yeah,
Or-
I used to be a lot more passionate, a lot more involved, but as time goes on with kids and
Right.
sports and stuff, like it's hard. Like I didn't watch every single game this year. I would
I
follow it and check the scores.
The reason I ask is because I remember it was this season or last season. I came out like the Cowboys were playing, the Chiefs were playing the late game, and you're like outside, like doing something,
yeah,
like yard work or like tinkering in your garage. I
yeah,
remember being like, "Hey, like Cowboys are on." You're like, I got to
It
do
could
this
be-
thing.
yeah. It
was
could be
like,
who they're
like,
playing. Or
I'm not like
if
Dave.
they're
Like
up.
I won't let it like affect my mood really,
Yeah,
but I will plan my weekend around the Chiefs and around OU
See,
football.
what's funny? I won't do that. If something's going on during a Steelers game, then something's going on during a Steelers game.
yeah. I don't.
I
plan
won't.
around.
I won't plan my schedule around it.
You
at
won't
all.
try your best to watch the
I mean,
game.
no, I not. Oh no, I definitely will try my best to watch the game. But like, if something's happening at the same time, like, so be it. Like, I'm not
Same.
gonna. I'm not
Like,
gonna. I'm
what
not gonna
are we
reschedule.
talking about?
I'm not gonna reschedule anything. anything because of a game.
Well, neither am I. I'm just going to make sure I don't schedule anything.
Well, even that, like if this is the time that it works, then so be it. I always miss it. I'll just watch the scores.
I will say what else helps is
watch the
like
scores.
my wife loves football, and my wife loves the Chiefs. So like both of us are on the same page of like, yo, Chiefs play at 3:20 this weekend.
Yeah.
Let's not do anything. And
For sure, yeah. If that's, I'll do that same thing. But like, if this is the time that I could do something, like, hey, I like playing like disc golf, for example.
Yeah.
If something happened, like, hey, I can play disc golf right now at this time. Right, let's go play.
no way.
100%.
No way.
And see,
Yeah.
also,
What?
I get much less upset when I don't watch the game. Like if I don't watch the game and we lose, it almost doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah, but you didn't get to watch the game.
Yeah. I like so that's
I would have never
that's
guessed
the weird
that.
disconnect in my mind because intellectually I completely understand that it's ridiculous to get upset about a football game,
Yeah.
and my actions actually prove that because I won't sit time aside to watch it. But if I am watching it and we're like losing, that really like hits me in the emotions.
That's
it's a weird.
wild. I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, for sure. Like if we're doing this, like for example, playing D&D, and it's during a game, I would just like not watch the game.
Yeah, I am like, so wild.
Yeah.
We should talk about that. To this day, I'm like, this is wild that we're arguing about this.
Yeah,
So I mean, you could call me a tier 2, I guess, but I guess it's just I just adapted to life with family is just like it's hard, man.
Mhm.
Like, and so it's like, yeah, if we're not doing anything, absolutely, I'm gonna be sitting there watching the game. If like Dave's, I'm just kind of the same as Dave. Like, I don't know if I would. If I had the choice of like, hey, do you want to go play disc golf right now? Because I like playing that too. Or do you want to watch the Cowboys game? Like, I'm probably going to pick the Cowboys game. But like you said, time is limited on what you actually can.
For sure. I'm not going to like choose to play by myself during the game.
Yeah.
But if someone's like, hey, man, we've been trying to play and we can't get together. And the only time I can do it is right now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Play. For sure. Easy.
Sorry, brother. I'm watching the game.
Yeah.
I got 5 kids. I get it.
Yeah.
So, other teams, Wichita State basketball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doctors.
Alumni.
Yeah. I actually didn't go there, Wichita State.
I thought you got your master's.
See, I thought that too. I thought that too.
No.
I also thought that.
No, I didn't go to Wichita State.
Funny, I get my master's from Wichita State. Actually,
Yeah.
I am actually an alumni of that university.
Boom.
I do regret that, but
Do they have a football team?
no.
Why not?
They tore down the stadium. I'm pretty sure, or at least they tore down half of it.
Why
Something.
doesn't Wichita State have a football
Plane crash.
Are you being serious?
team?
Okay,
I
was
just
like,
want to
man,
talk
dude,
about it.
what-
Everyone talks about Marshall like they give Marshall all the credit. Like,
Well, yeah,
Wichita
because they
State-
rebuilt. Wichita State didn't rebuild.
Yeah.
They just
they
call
had-
it quits, dude.
They had the
Yeah.
same situation as Marshall with the plane crash. And they're like, nah, we're good.
Yeah.
Dude, if Wichita State started a football team, would you be a season ticket holder?
Probably not.
Why not?
That'd be
Dude?
terrible.
Yeah, but ground level, it's gonna be hella cheap.
I mean, I would go to
Season
games.
tickets? No,
Season
yeah,
tickets probably
yeah.
a little.
Yeah.
I'm not even I don't even get season tickets to basketball.
They could have a cool uniform. Black and
Yeah.
gold work for me.
Every once in a while, they'll tease like with a helmet. They'll
Yeah.
they'll have like a picture behind. And it looks sick.
Yeah,
But
I like the W. That kind of looks like wheat.
yeah.
I like that a lot.
Oh yeah.
I like that guy.
Yeah, he's good. I don't like the physical mascot of Wushock.
Yeah.
I like the
There's kids-
logo, but the actual physical mascot.
like the
looks
K-State Wildcat?
Super goofy. I do like Willie.
Willie.
Mhm.
He's doing push-ups.
I like him
and
because he's like a football player, and then he's a basketball player, and he's an astronaut, and then he's a biker, and then he's in the military. I like.
Is
Willie.
it just
I like
a dude
Willie.
with a head, like a head? Right?
It's just the head, and then the body is like whatever sport they're playing. He'll
Right.
put on a
Hey, if
football
you're Willie,
jersey
though, you
over-
gotta
But it's
be
like
able to-
human arms.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you got to be able to do push-ups too.
A lot.
Yeah, because
Well-
he's doing like push-ups on like folding tables and stuff.
They hold,
right?
they hold him up on this like platform. And they push him up.
Yeah.
He does push-ups. Yeah.
yeah, that's dope.
Always
So-
a white guy.
I've seen like tanner, like maybe not this, maybe
That's
like my
true.
skin
It's
color.
weird for
maybe a
for
little
someone
bit.
that says EPA. You'd think they get some DEI up in
Yeah.
that mascot.
Hey, dude,
You know what I do like that K-State does is they will send like you can request or I'm sure pay for the mascot to come to like I've seen them at a wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And they
Yeah,
will
yeah.
the night
Wow.
before the game in Aggieville, they will roll through with Willie the Wildcat and the band and like just mob the bars.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen them do that before.
That's pretty tight.
Well,
Yeah.
guys, I think this is a good episode.
It's a long episode.
It's long.
no?
We're looking
Yeah.
at 2 hours. We'll cut some of it out, but about 2 hours. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can get together soon and record episode 2.
All right.
All right.
Signing off.
Cheers,
Hey, thanks
boys.
for everyone coming, and we'll see you next time.